Here we are back again for a 3 o'clock midday outing as the New York Knicks are taking on the Atlanta Hawks. We know what to expect. Let's go over the details. What's poppin', everybody? Let's start the show. Yes, you heard me correct. We are back once again. We had a nice little 2 days off, a nice little 2-day reprieve. But we make our return here tonight without the captain. Captain will not play today. A lot of speculation that Jalen Brunson may make his return here tonight, but actually this afternoon. I shouldn't even say tonight. This afternoon, but Jalen Brunson will very likely 90 to 99%, something in those ranges. Jalen Brunson will make his return tomorrow when the Knicks go back home to New York, play in front of the Garden faithful to take on the Phoenix Suns, the struggling Phoenix Suns, who I think will still be without Kevin Durant by that point. We can get to some Kevin Durant rumors in a minute if you guys want to, because Lord knows I don't. But we have a game to focus on here tonight. New York Knicks taking on the Atlanta Hawks. And I'm coming into it pretty calm, because here's the thing about the Atlanta Hawks. They kind of suck, but they're feisty. So this is going to end up being a tough game because no Brunson, no Mitchell Robinson, no Deuce McBride. Still out 3 very important, very key role players. Means we're getting heavy minutes of Precious Achiuwa. Means we're getting heavy minutes of DeLon Wright. But here is the kicker. We do get Campaign back tonight. Campaign will play. But just as a note, just something to keep an eye on, he will not be the starter. Now, it's his first game back from injury, so it kind of makes sense. Don't want to throw him to the fire and put him in the starting lineup. DeLon Wright will still get the start. Campaign will come in off the bench, which likely means no Kolek tonight. I just want everybody to be aware and be ready. No Tyler Kolek tonight, it seems. With Campaign coming back, he'll be the backup to DeLon Wright. I just think it's interesting, and I want to see how it goes. Does Tom Thibodeau lean more into DeLon Wright? Has he earned minutes over Campaign? We'll see how it goes. But something to watch for tonight. Will OG Anunoby keep up his insane play as of late? Coming off of the Cleveland loss. We don't have to talk too much about it. We went over it. It was doom and gloom. I get it. We move on. Let's get our guys back. It starts tonight. We get Campaign back. We get one of them. Tomorrow, we should have a full, healthy squad outside of Deuce McBride, who's going to remain out. He is close to coming back, but not close enough. The other guys will make their return before he does. So, tonight, what we're looking for, nice, solid outing from OG Anunoby yet again. We are looking for Mikal Bridges to show up, considering he played the invisible man the other night against Cleveland. Where was he when we needed him most? Who knows? Nice game from Karl-Anthony Towns. Let's see if DeLon Wright can continue his solid play. And I think the guy I'm most interested in watching tonight, funnily enough, Landry Shamet. Can you continue your good play? He's been shooting the heck out of the ball as of late. Maybe a stinker here and there and whatnot, but that is the life of an 8th or 9th man in a rotation. Some nights you have it, some nights you don't. You just hope they have it more often than they don't. And as of late, Landry Shamet has had it more often than he has not. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Landry Shamet can give us tonight. Can he continue his good play? With that being said, what's poppin', everybody? Let's get to the game. Verify, Robin Shaw, Namar, Ernest, Bernard, Verify, Angela Harding, Big Rud, Daniel Tilson, Bernard again, K. Hazy. What's poppin', everybody? Kiana Bryan. Appreciate y'all. Right? At this point, it's kind of becoming an expectation with OG, so I'm expecting OG and Towns to hold us down tonight and have very good games, especially considering that the Hawks, pretty small. I don't think Capella's going to be playing. Jose, what's up, Jose? Don't think Capella's going to be playing. I think he remains out. And Onyeka Okongwu has stepped in as the starter since Capella has gone down, and he's been phenomenal. He might end up being the starter moving forward for Atlanta because he's good, he's versatile, he's younger than Capella. So we'll see. And you know the rest. Dyson Daniels in there, Trae Young in there, the rookie #1 overall pick, Zachary Rizashay's getting the start, and Mohamed Guy is getting the power forward start. So we'll see if Mohamed Guy is going to be able to stop this OG Anunoby freight train from coming down the lane. He's been racking up the fouls. He's been getting to the foul line, which, let me tell y'all something. When a player starts to realize and gain the ability to draw fouls and get to the foul line, once you start seeing free throw attempts start creeping up towards the 6-7 per game mark, that's when a real leap starts to happen. A real leap, like a large leap. Getting to the foul line is such a huge, important, momentous part of the NBA and part of being a star of a team. Let's see if we can continue it. Let's see if we can continue it. Mimi, what's up, Mimi? Everybody, reminding me in the chat, if you're in the stream and you haven't hit the like button, please go ahead, hit that like button. As we start the game, Atlanta wins the tip because Karl-Anthony Towns seems to never win the tip off. And Dyson Daniels has it on the right wing. Up top to Muhammad, hands it off to Trae Young, swings it over to Rizashai, excuse me. You guys got to remember, Rizashai and Dyson Daniels look exactly alike. Josh Hart trips and falls down. Trae Young gets open on the left wing. He spots up for a three and knocks it down to start the game. Okay. Okay. Come on. Why do we have Josh Hart to start off on Trae Young anyway? Where's Mikal? Where is he at? Bridges has it on the left wing, being guarded by Daniels. Throws it over the top to Towns. Catches it. High post, being guarded by Mohamed Guy. He faces up. Mid-range jumper. Out of the high post. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Josh Hart rips it away. Flips it up at the basket. Can't get it to go down. He's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. He did steal that rebound away from Okongwu. But here comes Trae Young bringing it down. Being guarded by DeLon Wright. Kicks it over to Daniels. Daniels in the left corner. Driving to his right across the lane. Leans in. Stops. Half spin. That's Rizashai. Excuse me. Not Daniels. I'm going to confuse them all night. My bad, y'all. My bad. But Zachary Rizashai knocks down a little floater in the lane. So it's 5-0 to start. A little bit of a slow start for our Knicks. They look like they're moving in molasses right now. Can we get it moving? Let's get it moving. A lot of standing around for offense. Bridges gets it over to DeLon Wright. Now gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hits DeLon Wright on the right wing. He's going to catch and fire from three-point range, and he's going to continue to knock down these threes, man. Since being inserted into the starting lineup, he has continued to knock down these threes. Trae Young rushes it down the other end and knocks down a pull-up three over DeLon Wright. And it looks like he's got to go to start the game, so it might be a long night. It might be a long night. DeLon Wright has it up top, gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby swings it over to Hart. Hart has it up top. A lot of walking around from our Knicks to start here tonight. Josh Hart trying to get it to Towns. Now he's going to put his head down and drive to his left. Pump fake, spins in the lane, gets blocked from behind, but they do finally call a foul for Josh Hart. He's going to go to the foul line. He's been complaining literally since the tip of the game about getting a foul call. He finally gets his foul call there. So he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Okay, Hazy said, DeLon really hits that with consistency. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Part of the reason why he was out of the rotation in Milwaukee, there was a multitude of reasons, but part of the reason was he just did not start the season shooting it well. And Doc Rivers lost faith and lost confidence in him as Josh Hart knocks down the first free throw. And in response to that, pulled him out of the rotation. And he hadn't really been a part of the Milwaukee rotation for majority of the season, which was why, the Sims for DeLon Wright trade was like, yeah, sure, you could take DeLon Wright, that's fine. Kevin Patrick Hogan, what's up, Kev? 3 a.m. here in the Philippines. That is a rough start time, brother. It's a rough start time. I know, man. I appreciate you waking up early and coming in here to hang out with us, brother. Appreciate you. Josh Hart did knock down both of his free throws. Dyson Daniels has it up top with Karl-Anthony Towns switched onto him, stops in the lane, pump fakes, kicks it out to Rizashai. He's going to come to his left. Puts up a floater, gets blocked by OG because, of course, he does. Josh Hart with the rebound, hit a head home run pass to DeLon Wright. Righty layup, gets it to go with Mohamed Guy trying to chase him down for the block. Can't get it. DeLon Wright with the nice finish. And just like that, it's back to a 7-8 game. And Mikal Bridges ends up fouling Trae Young out on the perimeter. Victor Marquez, what's up, Victor? Hawks don't make it easy for the Knicks. No, they do not. No, they do not. They tend to play very close games. Trae Young crosses over to his left, kicks it in the corner to Riza. Up top to Daniels. They swing it over to Okongwu. A straightaway three for him. He comes up short. Muhammad Guy fighting for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Mikal Bridges. It looks like it's going to remain with the Hawks. No, they're going to give it back to the Knicks. Out of bounds off of Muhammad Guy. Muhammad Guy? Is it Guy or Gay? I think it's Guy. I think the last time I heard it was Guy. Bridges has it on the right wing, coming to his left off of Josh Hart screen, driving it down. Scoop layup with the left hand, gets it to go right past Okongwu. We love to see it. Attacking the basket very nicely. Sandra, what's up, Sandra? I thought you had work today. I did have work today. I left early. Got all my work done early. Anunoby got a block in the previous play, comes up with a steal here on Riza. Down the lane, gets blocked by Muhammad Guy, and he's going to go back to the foul line. I did have work today, Sandra. But the Knicks come first, so I had to leave early. I had to get all my work done on time. Not even on time, early. So I could get up out of there. Fix the score. What's the score now? Oh, I'm giving 2 points to the wrong side. Thank you, Bernard. It is 9-8. Yeah, I gave 2 points to the wrong side. I did it again. Josh Hart's at the foul line. Misses the first free throw. Come on, Josh. Oh, I reset it. Oh, that's what they should have. Atlanta should have 0 points. There we go. It's 9-8. My apologies about that. 9-8 here early in the first quarter. Just under 9 minutes to go. Josh Hart does knock down the second free throw, giving the Knicks a 2-point lead. It is now 10-8 with under 9 to go here in the first quarter. Getting it started. Trae Young has it up top, coming to his right. Swings it over to Daniels. Riza in the corner. Back to Trae Young. Anunoby switches on to Young. He's going to pull it out. Has it up top, dancing with it. Anunoby staying in front. They swing it over to, is that Muhammad Guy down the lane? And he throws down a vicious one-handed slam down the lane. And Josh Hart puts his hands up, I guess to say, my fault. But, like, come on, man. How do you let him blow by you like that off a pump fake? That's Muhammad Guy. I don't know. I'd have never heard of him until this season. No offense to him. He's a very good player. I actually like him a lot, but Bridges coming down to his right, over to Towns. Towns catches, driving it in on Dyson Daniels, putting his head down, kicks it back out to Bridges. A right corner three for Bridges, and he lines me up. Okay, Mikal. Okay. Thank you for knocking down a three there. 5 quick points to start the game for Mikal Bridges. He was completely invisible against the Cavs. A kick ball by Towns. He got caught out on an island trying to guard Trae Young out on the perimeter. Does a good job getting his foot in there. Buzzer beater. What's up, buzzer beater? Marilyn Tinsley. What's up, Marilyn? Okongwu has it up top, hands it off to Trae Young. Trae Young coming to his right, over the top pass to Okongwu, quickly kicked it back out to Dyson Daniels, a left wing three. Too long, can't get it to go. Anunoby with the rebound, but he can hold on to it as Riza ends up with the loose ball. And now they kick it over to Okongwu down the lane, lefty scoop layup off of Euro, gets it to go in the paint. Past Karl-Anthony Towns. The dog catcher. What's up, dog catcher? Mikal Bridges has it on the right wing, attacking, goes under the basket, pulls it back out to the other side, kicks it out to Towns. Towns has it up top. He's going to fire a deep straightaway three, but he knocks it down anyway. I was like, a terrible shot from Karl-Anthony Towns, but as long as you knock them down, as long as you knock down the terrible ones, I can't say nothing. Trae Young down the lane gets an easy scoop layup with the left hand. As nobody steps up, the Lon right, playing on his hip, just lets him blow right past him. Not good defense so far. Anunoby, a beautiful pass inside the Mikal Bridges, who smokes a layup. He was off balance, couldn't get it up fast enough. Smoked the layup. Trae Young, a quick crossover to his left over Josh Hart. Can knock down the pull-up three. Mikal Bridges chases down the rebound. Home run pass to Josh Hart. Has it in the lane. Pump fake goes up. Gets the layup. Gets hit in the face. And they give him the foul again. Josh Hart back to the foul line, y'all. Back to the foul line. Lionel Moniz. What's up, Lionel? Great pass from Bridges, full court pass. 6:42 to go, under 7. Timer slightly off. We'll catch up right now. But an 18-14 lead has opened up with Josh Hart going to the foul line for one more. And so far, offensively, we're kind of getting whatever we want. We're knocking down shots, which is always nice to see. Right? You like when they knock down shots. And knock down shots in the first half against Cleveland, which goes to show you it's a 48-minute game. A 48-minute game. And the Knicks are the early game tonight. Nobody else has played a game. Nobody else plays until 7. So why did the Knicks have to play a 3? The world will never know. World will never know. But we can look at this because the season is indeed winding down. Last handful of games remaining. The Knicks play today and they play tomorrow. And then they have one more back-to-back this season. Somehow they ended the year on 3 back-to-backs in the span of like 2 weeks. Insane schedule. It sucks. It sucked. The schedule this year sucked to end the season. Kevin said, word on JB. JB will most likely play tomorrow. He will be back tomorrow. That is the rumor going around the block. He was questionable coming into tonight. I think he was even upgraded to a game time decision. They ultimately said, all right, Sunday's the day. Sunday's the day. Which leaves him the final 6 games to play. Like we had talked about, 5 or 6 games to go before the end of the season. At the very least, he wants to get 4 so he can make the 65-game rule to be eligible for the awards. Unless something crazy happens, he will indeed be eligible for those awards. So we play Atlanta today at 3. We play Phoenix tomorrow at 7. Normal start times until we get to next Sunday where we play Brooklyn at 1. That is the last game of the year. And the interesting thing is I know a lot of you guys ask me, well, who are the Knicks going to play in the playoffs? Right? Well, who's going to be their matchup? Well, they need to lock in that 3 seed, and they're likely to not lock in that 3 seed. They're very likely to lock in that 3 seed, but it's not definite yet. But they're likely. It's going to come down between Detroit and Milwaukee. And here's the thing. I think the Knicks will beat both of these teams in the first round. This Detroit series would be a bloodbath. This Milwaukee series, it'd be pretty difficult. It'd be an interesting series. But with no Dame, I think the Knicks would do just fine. And I think they'd win it in about 5. That Detroit one could go 6 or 7. It really could. It really could. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Hart and Bridges here to play today. Yeah, Josh Hart looks good. He looks energized. He's moving well. He's playing with hustle, as he tends to do. He's getting to the foul line. Some of the other guys look like they're moving a little slowly. Not gonna lie. Bridges has been good as well. Towns knocked down a 3, which was nice. But I think the lawn rate been moving pretty slowly. I think OG Anunoby has been moving a little slowly, although OG has been a menace on defense as he usually is. But, man, I didn't start the timer. I said I would, and I didn't. Josh Hart does knock down his and one free throw, by the way. But, first quarter, let's see how things pick up. I think they'll be all right in the long term. Karis LeVert and Niang checks in. LeVert swings it over to Dyson Daniels, a left wing 3 for him, and he knocks it down, getting those 3 points right back to a 2-point game, 19-17 here. Halfway through this first quarter, 6 minutes to go. DeLon Wright has it up top, being guarded by LeVert. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Daniels. Gets it over to OG. OG driving to his left. Hits the beautiful pocket pass to Karl-Anthony Towns for the reverse layup on the little pick and roll there coming off the screen. OG showing some passing skills as well. DeLon Wright then comes up with the steal. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Josh Hart tries to hit the cross-court pass to Bridges, but the pass gets tipped. And Reza comes up with the steal. He's bringing it down now. Hits the bounce pass to LeVert. Kicks it out to Niang. A right corner 3 for Niang. Too long, can't get it to go. Josh Hart and Towns run into each other. Josh Hart able to get the credit for that rebound. And Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Coming to his left off a Towns screen. Gets it over to Towns. Towns against Daniels. Spins to the lane. Goes up under the basket. Gets the layup to go. With Atlanta Hawks, I gave 2 points to the wrong side again. Hanging all over him. But Okongwu down the lane, tries to hit the bounce pass. Ball's knocked loose. Josh Hart's able to save it. The home run pass to nobody. Daniels would chase it down. And he'll bring it down now. 5 minutes to go. Daniels has it up top. Coming to his left off the screen. Josh Hart hits the floor yet again. Daniels kicks it out to Okongwu in the left corner. Can't get it to go. Anunoby with the rebound. Now Anunoby's going to bring it down. He's going to put his head down and look to attack. Just bully balls his way to the basket with the scoop layup. I absolutely adore OG putting his head down and attacking. My goodness, I love it. Lorenzo. What's up, Lorenzo? Daniels down the lane, throws it over to nobody. Here comes Anunoby as he picks it up. It's coming down, Euro steps to the basket, lefty layup. Another one from OG. And a timeout from Atlanta as the Knicks are running and gunning. They have built up a 10-point lead early here in the first quarter. Now it's just the first quarter, but you'll love a nice early lead like this, especially when it's defense leading to offense. Now OG, right? I said he started off a little slow, moving a little slow, but the defense is always going to be there with OG. So his defense was fine. It was the offense kind of walking around, kind of seeing where he can pick his spots, who's going to guard him, where's my openings going to come from. Because OG, let's be honest. Over Bridges, over Towns. OG has been the go-to guy these last couple of weeks. Has he not? Am I crazy for believing that? Am I just a box score watcher? Because I could see OG going off. He's averaging like 28 points per game over the last week or two or something like that. Am I crazy for believing that OG's kind of been the go-to guy? We've been playing more through OG than we've been through Bridges or Towns. And we're playing through Bridges and we're playing through Towns, but kind of reliant on what OG does. Am I crazy for saying that? Am I crazy for believing that? Am I just a product? Am I just a product of the moment? Doug Fresh, what's up, Doug? Mar said, I wouldn't mind playing the Pistons, but I would rather play the Bucks in the playoffs. Yes. Oh, that was another thing, right? Before the game came back and I was talking about that, that was another thing. AP, what's up, AP? The standings. It might be Detroit, it might be Milwaukee. Here's the tricky part about this, right? We go to their schedule. They're down to the stretch run as well, obviously, right? The last two games are against Detroit. Oh, y'all can't see it. My bad. Y'all couldn't see it before either. Y'all gotta tell me. Hey, man, we can't see the screen. What are you talking about? Last two games Milwaukee plays is against Detroit. They play each other. So we will not know who is the 6th seed until Sunday, April 13th at probably around 3 o'clock when Detroit and Milwaukee wrap up their last game of the season. That's when we'll know who is the 6th seed. So it's going to come down to those two teams. Rudy Pooty, what's up, Rudy? 25-26 was popping, my guy. Get this win and rest everyone to the playoffs. You can't do that. Get JB back in there. Get that rust off of him. Get Mitch and Towns as many minutes as they can get together to the end of the season. Get as many wins as you can get to the end of the season. Continue playing the way you would normally play. You don't want to shock your body come playoff time. You got 6 days of rest. What do you need to rest these games for? Why are we resting games? We have 6 days off before the playoffs start. They have a break before the playoffs. They have a week off. They're going to be all right. Play these games. I don't want to hear nothing about resting those starters. K. Hazy said OG is their go-to. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Daniels brings it down, gets it over to LeVert. LeVert has it up top, coming to his left. Bridges dancing around the screen, goes under. LeVert pulls up for a 3 straight away, knocks it down. Karis LeVert, very annoying play. Going back to his Cleveland, even going back before that, back to his Nets days. Karis LeVert has always been a very annoying player to go up against. Bridges has it on the right wing off a handoff. Now has it in the right corner. Okongwu steps out to guard him. Bridges gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby coming to his right off a screen. He's going to put his head down, attack under the basket, kicks it out to the lawn right. The lawn right up top to Josh Hart. Threw a lollipop up in the air. Dyson Daniels able to pick it off, and he's going to go down the other way for a 2-handed slam. Not a good pass from the lawn right. Not a good pass. Keanu Bryan said, JB's good. He's in the gym. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He should be back tomorrow. Achua is in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Anunoby, a left corner 3, wide open. They left him wide open. Okay, the hottest man on the Knicks team as of late. Did they not get the scouting report? Did they not read the scouting report at all? Karis LeVert across the lane, gets stripped by the lawn right. The lawn right's hands on defense when he gets blown by has been spectacular. Anunoby, one of the worst transition breaks I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying something. The lawn right, a pull-up 3 in transition, can't get it to go. It was a 3-on-1 fast break. Let me explain this to y'all. This was a 3-on-1 fast break from Precious Achiuwa after a good steal from the lawn right. And instead of giving it up to a guard, Precious Achiuwa on the left wing comes down, takes his 2 steps at the 3-point line, gets caught in the air, doesn't know what to do, tries to finger roll it towards the basket, misses the layup. Thank goodness the Hawks can't grab the rebound, and it's going to go back to the Knicks. But my goodness, what a horrible fast break from Precious Achiuwa. One of the worst transition players I've seen. Josh Hart has it up top, being guarded by Niang. Spinning in the lane, a little fall-away jumper in the paint, gets it to go down. Josh Hart has been hooping to start this game, man. He is energetic. He's feisty. He's ready to go. You could see it from tip-off with Josh Hart tonight. As Niang tries to hit LeVert, come back door, miscommunication from them. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks. Cam Payne has checked in. Welcome back, Cameron Payne. Welcome back, big dog. You may have lost your backup point guard spot to DeLon Wright, but welcome back for now. Cam Payne hands it off to Anunoby. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it on the right wing. Gets it over to Achua. Achua has it up top. Coming to his left. Hands it off to OG. OG down the lane. Putting his shoulder into the defender. Gets stripped out of bounds, but the ball is going to remain with the Knicks at least. Okay, Hazy. Knicks already over 30 in the first. Yeah, 32. With 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Nick Yak said, we can rest if needed. Last game against the Nets to any player who needs it. More than 5 days, no games during the play-in. Yeah, they have more than enough time. I say go with your regular rotation, right, about the last game if they need to. As Anunoby goes along the baseline, Euro steps and gets a nice righty finger roll to go in. He's been phenomenal. My goodness. My goodness. Trae Young has it up top, being guarded by Shamit. They kick it over to Karis LeVert, right corner three. He can't get it to go down. The rebound gets knocked out to the Hawks. LeVert in the corner. Trae Young has it, being guarded by Payne. Trae Young's looking to dance with it. Coming to his left, down the lane, gets fouled by Cam Payne. But it's on the floor. Yak said he lost it or Payne would be starting. Well, it is Payne's first game back from an ankle sprain. So maybe my rationale is maybe throwing him out with the starters is like kind of throwing him out to the Wolves. DeLon Wright's been fine. They're kind of on equal level anyway. Might as well just bring him off the bench. That's more of his natural role anyway. We've seen Tom Thibodeau do this when he started Jericho Sims instead of starting Isaiah Hartenstein last season. As Trae Young throws it out of bounds, trying to hit the corner. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks here. Knicks with a 12-point lead. We're hooping. We're hooping. We've seen Tom Thibodeau do this before. I would like to see DeLon Wright as the backup point guard over Cam Payne because I think Cam Payne kind of just drives me crazy. I think his terrible shot selection is just as bad as turning the ball over. But there's no question he also has value. A cross-court pass from Anunoby to Josh Hart in the right corner. He's going to shoot this. Shoot that corner three, Josh. Now he's going to go along the baseline. They show two. Steps through. Puts it above glass, looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. And now here comes Wallace bringing it down. Wallace has it on the left wing. Cross-court pass. Is that Wallace? I got to look up who's that. Niang down the lane. Scoop play with the right hand. Gets it to go. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see tomorrow when Jalen Brunson gets back. Anunoby trying to push it the other way. Euro stepping, drawing the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Keanu Bryan said, don't want anyone to get hurt before the playoffs. They're going to be all right, man. They're going to be all right. You can't control injuries, brother. Can't control injuries. Can't live your life in fear. You just got to go out there and play. Just got to go out there and play. What was I going to look up? Oh. Who the heck is playing off this bench for Atlanta? That's Terrence Mann. I completely forgot Terrence Mann was on this team, and Dominic Barlow is also in the game. Former Spur, Dominic Barlow. 25-26 said, I disagree. Give the role players big minutes so they can get used to playing when needed. Playing in the last game of the year or last 5 games of the year is not getting used to playing when needed. It's garbage. It's extended garbage time if you're sitting most of your guys. Josh Hart fouls Trae Young down the lane and knocks down a floater. Anunoby did knock down both of his free throws. It's 36-26. Knicks putting up 36 points in that first quarter. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. Just play your guys as normal. Stick to a regular routine. Trae Young knocks down his free throw. He's a knockdown free throw shooter. It's a 9-point game, 36-27. With about a minute to go here in the first quarter. Cam Payne bringing it down. Payne gets it over to Bridges, back to Payne. Payne coming to his right, dancing with it. Coming off the Achua screen, a pull-up three on the right wing. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Achua kept it alive. Josh Hart keeping it alive. Shaman able to grab it. Tries to get it over to Bridges, and Josh Hart turns it over as LeVert jumps the passing lane. He was standing right there, and he gets an easy two-handed slam. Josh Hart throwing it all over the place. I don't call him a chaos engine for nothing. Chaos can be good and bad, man. Can be good and bad. Campaign has it on the right wing, driving it down along the baseline, kicks it out to Shamit. Shamit to left corner three. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Barlow with the rebound. Here comes Karis LeVert bringing it down now. Quick hit ahead to Trae Young going along the baseline. Puts up another floater. Can't get it to go, but he did get fouled by Shamit. They're going to call the foul on the floor before the shot attempt. Mike, what's up, Mike? Yvette, what's up, Yvette? Yak said, even shots Payne makes. Some are terrible shots. Not a fan and expect right back next year, not Payne. Well, Payne definitely isn't coming back. Under no circumstances will Payne be back with this team next year. I think you're right. Of the two, it's more likely you see DeLon Wright back, but I wouldn't be surprised if neither of those guys come back. And the Knicks either sign a veteran backup point guard again that hits the free agency market. I don't know who's going to be available in free agency. Or they put trust in Tyler Kolek and elevate him to being the backup point guard next year. We'll see. We'll see. Trae Young knocked down the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Daniel Berry Sports. What's up, Daniel? I'm also not a very big fan of Campaign Yak. Like I said, he's got his positives and his negatives, but I feel like oftentimes his negatives far outweigh his positives. 20 seconds to go after Trae Young knocked down both free throws. It's now 36-31, a 5-point game. Campaign coming to his left off the Bridges screen, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top, gets it over to Towns. Towns on the right wing, pass fake, inside pass to Bridges. Bridges along the paint, knocks down a fall-away jumper, gets it to go over two defenders. Nice shot from Bridges. Trae Young rushing it down the other way. He's got to chuck it up as the shot clock was expiring. Almost got it to go down. It was halfway down. Bounced in and out. Just literally just threw it up there. The shot clock was the buzzer was about to go off, so he literally just threw it up there, and he almost got it to go down. But he didn't. So our final score here at the end of one is 38-31. Fantastic job in scoring 38 points. Not as great of a job in allowing 31 points to be scored, right? Yak said, we just finished out quarters terrible. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Even with Jalen Brunson, the Knicks tended to flounder a little bit at the end of the quarters every now and again. But their ability to close out quarters is significantly better with Jalen Brunson on the court. So that is also part of the area in which you really miss Jalen Brunson, right? Is that at the end of the quarters, slow the game down, give me the ball, I'm going to get us a basket, and all I want you guys to worry about for the final minute and 20 seconds of this quarter is playing defense and getting stops. But after 12 minutes, solid quarter. If they can clean up the defense a little bit more and continue this level of offense, should be a nice, easy night. Overall, the Knicks are shooting 60% from the floor and 57% from three. They're 4 for 7 from three. Hawks not far behind at all. 57% from the floor themselves and 36% from three. They've only hit 4. Well, we've hit 4. We've just taken far less. So honestly, all things pretty even. And the Knicks are up mostly because of turnovers and free throw shooting. Winning to possession game so far. No Mitchell Robinson in 2 straight games sucks, because you guys know I love me Big Mitch. But obviously he didn't play the other night against Cleveland because it was the second night of a back-to-back. Not playing tonight because it's the first end of a back-to-back, and the Knicks want to play him tomorrow when JB is back and Campaign is back, and most of the rotation will be back, aside from Deuce McBride. Yeah, like I said, we need to finish quarters and inbound better. Inbounding is just an issue that is just forever going to plague this team. It's got to be coaching. It's also player decision-making. I don't know. Shade, what's up, Shade? And we will be better, and we'll be just fine going forward. I think they will. I think they're gonna play their best basketball of the season in the playoffs, and we'll see what they can do, man. We'll see what they can do. Mike said, we need to make our free throws today. I mean, they're 6 for 7 so far. Anunoby's knocked down both of his attempts. Josh Hart is the only guy who's missed one, but he's also taken like 5 of them, 6 of them, something like that. Shammy gets it over to Towns. Towns driving to his left, down the lane. Loses it, trying to pick it back up. He can't get it. Barlow grabs it. Start of the second quarter, here we go. Trae Young bringing it down against Bridges, coming to his left. Achua switches onto him, swings it over to, who's that? Niang down the lane, knocks down a floater over Bridges and Towns. And so here comes Campaign. Payne coming to his left, off a couple of screens. Now to his right off a Town screen, driving it down in the paint, kicks it out to Achua, gets stolen by Terrence Mann, but the ball is saved into Towns. Towns gets fouled, leans in, draws the foul, and one for Karl-Anthony Towns. Some serendipity for the Knicks there. Worst thing you can do is save the ball under your own basket, Terrence Mann. Thought he was saving it to his teammate. Trae Young's going over to Dominic Barlow, the young Dominic Barlow, and telling him, if you're going to foul him, wrap him up. Don't give him the and one there. Don't just bump him. But trying to get 3 points the old traditional way. And Towns accomplishes just that. Trae Young bringing it down against Bridges, coming to his right off a couple of screens. Towns hedges out. Now over to Terrence Mann. They swing it out. A 3-point shot from Niang. In and out, can't get it to go. Barlow with the offensive rebound, shoves it over to Terrence Mann. He's going to pull it back out, has it on the left corner, dancing with it, pulling it back, step back, left corner 3, over Achua. Good defense from Achua. Terrible decision from Terrence Mann. I don't know who he thought he was, but clearly he's not that guy. They get it over to Towns up top. They show 2. Towns has it, keeps it down the lane, draws the foul. Can't get the floater to go, but he will go to the foul line for 2 free throws. And Barlow is struggling to guard Karl-Anthony Towns right now, as he should. As he should, a young kid trying to find his way, and an all-star, an all-NBA center. So Towns is at the foul line for 2 free throws. He could give us our 10-point lead back right here. Rizachet is going to check back in. I feel like I haven't seen Rizachet in forever. Towns knocks down the first free throw. Got one more coming. Give us that 10-point lead back, big dog. Give us that 10-point lead back. And Towns does knock down both free throws, giving the Knicks a 10-point lead, 43-33. 10:45 to go here in the second quarter. Trae Young up top, coming to his left. Tries to get it in the corner to Garrison Matthews. Shamet picks it off, hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges scoop lay with the right hand and gets it to go. And the Knicks defense leading the offense. This is what you want to see. This is exactly how you want the Knicks to play. Defense needs to lead to offense. Matthews has it up top, behind the back, coming to his left, cross-court past the man, jab step, driving to his left on Payne. Good defense to stay in front of him from Campaign. Man forced to kick it back out to Garrison Matthews. Has it up top, being guarded by Achua. Pull-up 3 for Matthews over Achua. Can't get it to go. A good box out from Campaign. Towns comes in for the rebound. Here comes Campaign pushing it the other way. Has it up top. Looking for a screen. Now coming to his right. Now gets it over to Towns in the high post. He swings through to his left. He has Barlow on him. They bring a double team down the lane, kicks it out. Sham at a right corner 3. No hesitation. Can't get it to go. Bridges fighting for the rebound. He can't keep it alive. Terrence Mann able to grab it on the right wing, bringing it down in transition. Up top to Matthews. Swings it over to Trae Young, being guarded by Achua. Trae Young going to look to dance and exploit this matchup. Quick crossover to his left. Pocket pass to Barlow down the lane. And he gets the layup to go. Great pass from Trae Young. Bad defense from the Knicks. Bridges tries to get it down low to Towns, but he can't handle the entry pass, but they call a foul on Dominic Barlow on the entry pass attempt. Interesting. Interesting foul call. Knicks fan, what's up, Knicks fan? You should go live for the college games today. I will be enjoying those college games all on my own. I didn't even realize they were today. That's how much I'm looking forward to them. Achua fakes the handoff to Towns, goes in one-on-one, and he gets the layup to go over Okongwu. Okay, Precious. Reza Shea on the left wing, quick catch and fire, can't get it to go. Shamet does a great job of tipping the rebound away from the Hawks, but they call a foul on the floor. I think the foul is going to be on the Knicks. Slim Slam, what's up, Slim? Foul is on the Knicks. Trae Young will inbound. Knicks still holding on to the 12-point lead here, 47-35. They're doing a good job of holding the Hawks from scoring here. Trae Young has it up top. Getting stops, forcing turnovers. Trae Young's going to look to dance against Bridges one-on-one. Bridges does a good job staying in front of him. He goes to the reverse layup. He can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Great defense from Bridges. Forces a tough shot from Trae Young. So Campaign will bring it down, shoves it over to Towns. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Matthews. Towns coming to his left. A lot of standing around from our Knicks. Come on. Come on, start cutting. Hits Shamet cutting to the basket. Loses the handle on it. And here come the Hawks coming the other way. A lot of standing around from our Knicks. Terrence Mann down the lane, kicks out the Reza Shea. Left corner three, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Payne. Payne's going to bring it down. Come on, Achua. Hustle down the lane, brother. You could have got an easy dunk there. They hit Achua. He's got it down low. He's got Matthews on him. He loses the handle. And then Matthews dives on it. Achua able to save it over to Payne. Back up top to Towns. He's going to look to dance against Okongwu. A step back, one-legged jumper. They call a foul on the floor, I think, on Okongwu. Again, two hands on Towns. Whistle's kind of flying around. Mark L. Mark with a C. What's up, Mark? Dyson Daniels checking back in for Trae Young. Getting Trae Young out of there. Shamet gets it into Achua. Achua has it up top. Gets it over to Bridges. Bridges cross-court Shamet. A wide-open right corner three. Landry Shamet continues to misfire. All right, so Landry Shamet had a little bit of a hot streak there. Now he's misfiring his open shots here tonight. But I like that he's shooting it with confidence as long as you're shooting them. As long as you're shooting them, brother. Terrence Mann has it in the left corner. He's going to step back for a three, and he rattles it in. Okay. Okay. Towns is holding his hand. All right. All right. Campaign's going to bring it down, and the Knicks are going to call a timeout. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See the replay. Where do you hurt his hand? Shamet puts up the three. Fighting for the rebound. And just guy slapping at his hand. Towns immediately signals to the bench to get him out. Towns immediately signaled to the bench to get him out. He's holding his hand. He's in a ton of pain. It's always a good sign, right? When a guy waves to the bench to come get him, it's always a good sign, isn't it? I think that's a good sign. I think he just wants a rest, like you guys were asking for. Let's rest our guys. I think Towns was like, you know what? I heard the Knicks chat tonight. I think I should get myself some rest. I think that's what he said. AB said Towns hurt again. This guy's a walking injury. He's not hurt again. It's the same injury that's being re-aggravated because he's playing through the pain. It's not like it's new injuries. It's the same injury that he said, like you just got to play through the pain. At first it was the hand wrist thing. He's got the bone spur in his wrist. It's going to require surgery in the offseason. Don't be surprised when you hear that. Once the next season is officially over, don't be surprised to hear when Karl-Anthony Towns goes under the knife and gets some surgery on his hand. And then, his knee's been bothering him. We know that. So, Yak said strained muscle. I don't know. Could be. We know he had the hand thing. We don't know specifically what it was because, the Knicks medical staff tends to stay very, very quiet and very, very general about what the injuries are. They don't like to be very specific at all. So I can't tell you for sure. I can't be certain of it. Any reports you see, unless it's from the Knicks PR or maybe even the beat writers, you can't take too much of that. You have to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes with the Knicks. But, it's a hand. It's not super detrimental. I don't know. I mean, he did knock down a three earlier in this game, so it's not that big of a deal. But I don't know if you guys have ever had either strained muscles in your hands or anything like that. I have while playing basketball when I was in high school. You know, it kind of affects everything. I remember catching the ball. I think it was my left hand, and it was the inside part of my thumb right here, and I strained this muscle. I strained this muscle right here, and so I couldn't catch the ball like with my left hand. So I constantly was catching the ball in awkward positions, favoring my right hand. So, I don't know. Nick Yak said it looked like his core. He was grabbing his hand and he was doing this. So he was just grabbing his hand and he was hunched over. So it looks like he's holding his core, but he was immediately went to grab his hand. Eamon Ovis, what's up, Eamon? Peter Mara, what's up, Pete? All right, here we go. We're back into it. Terrence Mann has it in the lane, knocks down a little floater. 49-40, 7 minutes to go, and I had the timer ticking the whole time. I'm all over the place today. These early afternoon games got me all disheveled. Campaign has it up top, coming to his left off the Achua screen. Towns is obviously now out of the game. Payne inside, beautiful bounce pass to Bridges, and he knocks down a little reverse layup. Beautiful bounce pass from Campaign. Garrison Matthews up top to Dyson Daniels, driving to his left, down the lane, gets caught into the air, leaves it off for Okongwu, puts up the little floater, can't get it to go, but a foul on Precious Achiuwa is going to send Okongwu to the foul line for 2 free throws. 6.5 to go. Towns immediately goes back to the locker room, holding on to that hand. Looks like it was left hand. Yak said, good, we can deal with the thumb, right? We hope that's all it is. Sit out a couple of games. We're getting towards the end of the season anyway. Just make sure you lock up this 3 seed and get up out of here, right? That's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. Kongu knocks down the first one, is that it's not that big of a deal. But we're not going to know. We're not going to know. Okongwu does miss the second one, but the Knicks can't grab the rebound. I can't even celebrate a missed free throw. They swing it around. Reza Shea, quick catch and fire to the left wing for a 3. Can't get it to go. Okongwu almost grabbed the offensive rebound, but the Knicks are able to come up with it. Campaign has it up top. Swings it over to Bridges. Bridges back to Payne. They're saying, go get it to OG. Campaign, I know you've been out for a while, but OG is now the guy. Campaign's going to step back for a 3, and he's going to knock it down. Okay, Cam. Okay, I was about to go off a little bit. On you, but you did knock down the 3. Dyson Daniels putting his head down attacking, gets blocked by Precious Achiuwa with a little chase down. Here comes Anunoby. Full head of steam down the lane. Euro steps, gets caught in the air. Good block from Reza Shea, and good job not to foul. Anunoby got caught up in the air. Reza Shea coming down. Ball gets knocked out of his hand by Payne. Dyson Daniels able to pick it up. Achiuwa almost comes up with a steal. Daniels knocks it out of bounds, and the ball is going to go back to the Knicks. Avey said, how many wins to lock in the third? The magic number is 3, so it's either 3. I think it's still 3. It might be 2 now, but I think it's still 3. You either have to win 3 or the Pacers have to lose 3 or some combination of that. It's very likely they lock in the 3, but it's not officially locked in yet, you know? But it's very likely they end up at 3. Campaign, beautiful pick and roll with him and Achiuwa gets a wide open dunk out of it. Campaign's playing pretty well offensively here. 15-point lead for the Knicks, 5:30 to go. They get it inside the Levert. They swing it over. Garrison Matthews, wide open left wing 3, and it'll be a little late closeout. And the Knicks can't grab the rebound as Shaman and Bridges collide, and the ball goes out of bounds, so it's going to remain with the Hawks. Karl-Anthony Towns is back on the bench, and he seems fine. And Towns is coming back in, y'all. Towns is coming back in. Russell Field, what's up, Russell? Towns is back in. So we worry for nothing. We worry for nothing. Just go sit on the bench. Just go sit on the bench. You're fine, Towns. Look, we built up a 15-point lead. We don't need you right now. Take this time off and come back out in the second half. Just take the rest of the quarter off. You're good. You're good. They get it over to Niang, who's stepping on the sideline. And the ball's going to immediately go right back to the Knicks. A little bit of a sloppy second half here in the second quarter. Nick Yak said, after today, 2 with 5 to go, I feel good about that. Yeah, the numbers obviously dwindling as the season's starting to close out, and it's very, very likely that the Knicks end up with the 3 seed, but it's not numerically locked in yet, right? So that's really all we're waiting for. Bridges has it up top. Swing through across the lane, gets it into Towns. Towns puts up a little righty hook, knocks it down. And there you go, 17-point lead for the Knicks with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Trae Young has it up top as he's back in. DeLon Wright also checks back in, by the way. Trae Young kicks it up top to LeVert. LeVert catches, pump fake, step back three over DeLon Wright. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Shamet chases down the rebound, and Shamet will bring it down. Gets it over to OG. OG on the right wing. He's going to put his head down and attack. Goes right at the defense and knocks down a layup over Dyson Daniels. I love it. He said, what are you going to do, Dyson Daniels? Block me at the basket? I'm a 6'8 demon. Come on. OG gets the layup to go over him. LeVert has it up top, coming to his right. Swings it over to Niang. Quick catch and fire the left wing for Niang. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Shamet another rebound. Here comes Bridges. A 19-point lead for the Knicks. Can they make it a 20-point lead here in the first half? Towns has it up top. Coming to his right off the DeLon Wright screen. Gets it over to DeLon Wright. They swing it over to Bridges. A quick catch fire to the left wing for Bridges. And he splashes it, nothing but net. And a 22-point lead for the Knicks. Let's wrap this one early, Knicks. Let's wrap this one early. Let's get up out of here early. K. Hazy, OG, my goodness. My goodness. 63-41 with 4:17 to go here in the second quarter. Mr. New York, what's poppin', my guy? In the building like we on fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. Back like we never left, brother. Back like we never left. We usually wait till halftime, but I think today's, I feel good. I feel good about today's game, right? 16 for Bridges, 13 for OG, 14 for Towns, 8 for Josh Hart, 5 for DeLon Wright. Everybody scored but Shamet, who's 0 for 3 from three-point range on pretty damn good looks. Shamet, knock down a shot, big dog. Come on. But everybody's getting in on the action. Everybody's super efficient. Mikal Bridges is 7 for 8, and the one shot he missed was a layup he just smoked because he slipped and fell backwards off balance. So he hasn't missed a shot here tonight outside of that. Anunoby's 5 for 7. Towns is 5 for 6. Josh Hart's gone to the line. He's 4 for 5 from the foul line. Everybody's knocking down shots. Overall, we're 66.7% from the field. Kind of crazy. We're also 6 for 11 from three-point range, whereas the Hawks really struggling from three-point range, 5 for 21. And starting to lose it from the field as well, 16 for 36, well below 50% there. David Osh Jr., what's up, David? I'm excited for the playoffs, but we need to beat Boston and Cleveland in these last few games or just sit out all the starters and go for it in the playoffs. They're going to be all right. I've talked already how I'm personally not in the camp of sitting starters. You want to keep a regular flow. You want to, at this point, in the NBA calendar, you get a week off before the games start for the top 6 seeds because of the play-in now. So you get a week off from playing. So you're going to be all right. So play your guys. Keep everybody in rhythm. Keep everybody used to playing and what the rotation is going to be. Again, we have questions to answer come tomorrow when... Who is Tom Thibodeau going to go to? Is he going to go to Campaign or is he going to go to DeLon Wright? I'm in the DeLon Wright camp. I like DeLon Wright more than I like Campaign. Rock Range, what's up, Rock Range? Both of them have positive and negatives, but AB said supposedly no Kevin Durant tomorrow. Oh yeah, like and no, not the knowledge, no, but yeah, so. We'll see. Obviously, things can change last minute. It is in the Garden, so we know people tend to get magically recovered from their injuries when they come to New York to play in the Garden. But he did sprain his ankle. It is towards the end of the year. He is 37 years old, so we'll see. Phoenix does need to win every single game they can, considering, as Josh Hart comes up with the steal, considering that they are in a race to even make the play-in. But who knows? They may not even want to be in the play-in at this point, even though they don't have any picks, you know? DeLon Wright gets it over to Towns in the corner. Towns has it in the right corner off the turnover that they forced from the Hawks. Towns trying to get to somebody. Gets it over to OG. Everybody clear out. There you go. OG's got it against Niang. There you go, OG. Jab step. Now he's going to put up the right corner three. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, OG. All of that, and just give me the ball, get out of my way. All right, let me face up, hit you with the jab step pull-up. Nothing but net. Niang trying to answer, and he does just that with the three of his own. I love that. All right, just give me the ball in the corner. All right, everybody clear out. Let me hit you with the OG special. Jab step 3. Keep it simple, OG. Now he's looking to attack down the lane. Goes up. Can't get the finish there. Fight for the rebound. Ball is loose. Niang able to save it. Now here come the Hawks bringing it down the other way. LeVert has it up top, putting his head down, attacking to his left. He loses it. Shamet falling down, trying to come up with the steal. They swing it back out. Dyson Daniels pump fakes down the lane, throws up a floater. In and out, can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Quick outlet to Anunoby, but Trae Young comes up with the steal, and he's going to fire a deep left wing 3, and he can't get it to go. DeLon Wright has it. Let's walk it down, DeLon. Let's walk it down. Quick hit ahead to Josh Hart, and Josh Hart hold it. Let's wind down the clock as much as we can. Under 3 minutes to go here. Up top to Towns, hands it off to DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright coming to his right, gets it over to Towns. Towns in the high post, swings it out to OG in the left corner. Pump fake, sidestep over to Shamet. Shamet out to Towns. He pump fakes, he sidesteps, he puts up a 3, and he knocks it down. Everything's going down for the Knicks. Everything is kosher right now. They're getting whatever they want. They're getting absolutely whatever they want. The ball movement there was spectacular. Everyone touched it. They knew who to get it to next. Everybody made the correct decision. Pump fake, sidestep, drive it kick it back out, pump fake, sidestep 3. It was beautiful. And they force a miss on the other end from the Hawks. They're bringing it down. They're up 25 here with 2 minutes to go. DeLon right along the baseline, kicks it out. Shamet a wide open one. If you knock it down, it's over. He knocked it down. This game's over, y'all. Everybody has made a shot. Everybody has scored here tonight. This game is over. A 21-3 run for the Knicks. Daniels down the lane. He gets fouled by Shamet. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. But this game is over, y'all. This one is over already. Mike said the playoffs are a whole new season. Whole new season. Whole new season. You're right about that, Mike. You're absolutely right. Yeah, said not even recognizing OG anymore. We're just used to it. We're just used to it. This seems to be just who OG is now. He has said multiple times, you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year. And hey man, give him credit because he is living his truth. Right? You can't say something like that and then have a downturn in your season. No, he said we have to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year. And what has OG done? He has played his best basketball personally of the entire year by far. By far. Daniels knocks down 1 free throw, split them. 72-45. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Nick Yak said, finish the half strong. Yes, I mean, they're doing that now. They're doing that now. But we still obviously have 2 minutes to go. Shamet off the screen, and he knocks down another one. Okay, Landry, you missed your first 3 tonight, and I was worried about you. I was. I hyped you up in the pregame. You missed your first 3 shots, and I was like, it might not be a Shamet night. They kick it back out to Niang for a wide open 3. He can't answer, but Daniels comes flying in for a tip. But Shamet starting to knock down the 3 again. Knocked down his last 2. OG's going to bring it down with 1:20 to go. He has it up top. OG's dancing with it, coming to his right. Euro stepping down the lane, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart's going to step into a 3. He's the only one who has in a 3. Not anymore. Not anymore as he knocks down the 3. Oh, basketball can be fun when you start blowing games open like this. They're up 31 points here in the first half. Trae Young has it on the right wing, steps through, tries to hit the no look to Karis LeVert, and Anunoby said, get that out of here. Knocks that pass into the 3rd row. The Knicks have hit 3 threes in a row, 2 of them by which of Landry Shamet, and this last one by Josh Hart. And he's talking smack to Niang. Trae Young splits the pick and roll, throws up a floater. He can't get it to go down. Josh Hart with the rebound. 45 seconds to go. 45 seconds to go. And they hit Shamet, come back door, and Shamet smokes the layup. You got to get the layup, Shamet. I like that the 3s are finally going down, but you got to get the layups. Oh! OG ended up fouling Karis LeVert. Did he get the layup to go down? He got the layup to go down. Anunoby he lost his shoe. Ran into LeVert as he jumped into the air. That could have been a very dangerous play. See the replay. Yeah, that could have been a very dangerous play. OG went for the steal up in the air. But everyone's fine. Everyone's all right. So let's get up and let's hoop. 30 seconds to go. LeVert's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Yak said, we're rolling dice at halftime. Avy said, this is what we need to see against good teams. Well, we haven't seen it. We've seen it the 2nd game of the year they played against, or 3rd game of the year they played against the Cavs. That was a close one. I guess we saw it then. That was early in the year. And then we also saw it in that first game they played against the Thunder, where that went down to the wire and it was a close game and they played the best team in the NBA very, very closely. And outside of that, haven't seen too many signs that they can play with the best teams in the league. So we're just going to have to wait for the playoffs and hope that they step it up. That's literally it. That's where we are. Shamet gets it over to Towns. Tries to hit Shamet, cutting backdoor again. Okongwu saw it coming. He picks it off. 5 seconds to go. Trae Young down the lane. Pulling it back out. Over to Niang. At the buzzer, Niang gets it to go down. Gets it to go down. And the lead has diminished down to 25 points. And Josh Hart doesn't get it off in time, his half-court heave. And that's going to be our halftime score. That's going to be our halftime score. 78-53. And we have 24 minutes of basketball left. And hopefully this isn't a contest and we can just hang out, have fun, talk about the playoffs that are coming up. Maybe some games from the other night. Knicks fan said, when's JB's return? Tomorrow, brother. There is a 90 to 99% chance that Jalen Brunson returns to action tomorrow. K. Hazy said, who's on the bench? I want Marjan minutes. Well, if we look here, I don't remember recalling who was on the bench by sight, but we still have Kolek on the bench. Got Marjan Beauchamp. We do have Kevin McCullough Jr. and Pacom Dadie. So we'll see who he goes to, man. We haven't seen too much of PJ Tucker this year. We have seen Anton Watson in garbage time get up off the bench a lot. Expect to see Tyler Kolek with, I don't know, maybe he earned Tom Thibodeau's favor just a smidge because he did play pretty well in his minutes. It wasn't great, wasn't exceptional, but it was okay. He was solid. He was okay. He was solid. He was solid. So maybe we see some Tyler Kolek minutes. You know me. I'm dying for some Pacom Dadie. You guys know me. That's my guy. Of the 4 rookies we drafted, Pacom Dadie is by far my favorite. So I'm rooting for him like crazy. Hopefully he gets up off the bench here tonight. He's been with the G League for a while, so hopefully he gets to play today. That's a great question, K. Hazy, because at this point we're looking at like, all right, we're in blowout town. So who's coming to blowout town today, right? Who do we get to see? And it looks like the Knicks have their full stack of young guys on the bench. Obviously, Huckporti's still out with the meniscus tear. But outside of that, I'm hoping to see the 3 rookies. And then throw else whoever you want out there. The 3 rookies, throw out Watson and Beauchamp. Just don't even have a center out there. Just throw out those 5 guys, right? Mike said, keep your foot on the gas. We need a fantastic third quarter, and then nobody has to play in the fourth. And then we get all the rest you guys have been asking for, right? That's the solution. If you want rest, blow these teams out that you should be blown out. Mr. New York said, this is what you call a nice and smooth game. Yeah, stress-free, worry-free, cardiac Knicks-free game here tonight. Or not even tonight, this afternoon. I keep saying tonight. Because games, sporting events, games should be played at night. Should be in prime time. Not 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Ridiculous timing. Ridiculous timing today. Robin said, do you want KD or no? What's the scoop? Absolutely not. Keep that guy as far away from me as possible. I don't want anything to do with KD. Chi said, hopefully Brunson will come back playing collective basketball and realize that OG is cooking and not isolate him. A lot of that is a team issue. I've talked about it a lot, Chi. It's not all on Brunson to be like, hey, I got to get other guys involved. It's on Brunson for sure. He gets part of the blame. The coach gets part of the blame because that's kind of the system he has implemented where I'm going to put the ball in my best player's hand. But also, it's got to be on the players as well, right? If Brunson gives you the ball, don't look to give it right back to him, man. No, keep that thing. Call up Towns to run the pick and roll with you. Go tell Brunson, go stand on the wing and be a spacer. Go stand in the corner and be a spacer. And that goes to Bridges and that goes to Anunoby. Both of those guys need to be able to go, hey, JB, we got this. We got these next couple of possessions. Go be a spacer, big dog. Right? If we need you, we'll call you up. And there will be situations where maybe they get trapped and Brunson has to come up and then get the ball to Brunson. Isn't that a great outlet? Okay, we got it back to JB. Now what are you going to do? Now you're in rotation, and now you have to guard one of the best one-on-one players in the NBA. But you're right. You're right. But I would also include that it's not just on JB. Everybody has to adjust where it's like, okay, look, OG has proven, put the ball in my hands, I can make some things happen. We know Bridges has been capable of that since he got traded to Brooklyn. The Knicks just did not utilize it. And that's on Bridges, and that's on the coach, and that's on Jalen Brunson and the Knicks as teammates to not get him the ball and not get him involved more often. So it's going to be on everybody, right? It's going to be on Josh Hart to not get caught with he and Brunson and playing a two-man game. Because oftentimes, Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson just run that high screen pick and roll because they have the center on Josh Hart. And it's like, all right, well, we have to involve Josh Hart in the action. So we're going to pull Josh Hart into the pick and roll. We're just going to run pick and roll between Brunson and Josh Hart all night. And it's like, that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Swing that thing over to Bridges, swing that thing over to OG, have them run pick and rolls with Josh Hart if that has to be the case. But you have to be able to go to different things. And I think ultimately that's the point we're both making, right? Everybody needs to have time to shine in the offense where, like, look, man, I don't want to see OG minimizing the offense again. I don't want to see him standing in the corner for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possessions in a row. That man has shown that, nah, man, I can do this. I can do this. Get me to rock. And look, bringing Jalen Brunson back, I know a lot of people are worried about it. I'm not worried about it one bit. Because when you bring JB back, you're now sliding. Look, Dyson Daniels is guarding Mikal Bridges tonight, right? The last 3 times we played, or 4 times, I think now, that we've played the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young was the guy relegated to guarding Mikal Bridges. Tonight, Dyson Daniels is guarding Mikal Bridges. Like, that's the difference. When you get JB out there, it changes the whole defensive dynamic of the teams we go against because now they're putting their best defender on Brunson, and that should theoretically make Bridges' life offensively easier, make OG's life offensively easier. But we'll see. We'll see. Yak said Brunson career high 7.5 assists, had many 30-assist games, and fans knock Brunson. When Brunson shoots it at 49%, I hear it all the time, but don't get it. I don't really get it either. I understand that aesthetically, people are like, move the ball more, because there are times where Brunson can get it and just look to isolate. The thing about that is, like, brother, who's guarding that? KB tied Michael Jordan for the most consecutive 40-point games in the playoffs. Ain't nobody guarding that, which is why the Knicks go to it, right? But the Knicks have a ton of talent on the team this year. You're seeing OG elevate his game, and it's like, okay, you need to utilize that, right? So as much as we can isolate JB, he's still a good point guard, still has good vision. It's not great vision, but it's good vision. Like Yak pointed out, 7.5 assists this year as they were learning to play together. Expect that number to go up even more next year. Mike said, don't let them back in. If they come back in, I'm going to be not worried. I'm going to be upset and frustrated. Not worried. Upset and frustrated. She said, Knicks fans are the most annoying fans out there. KD at 36 is averaging 26 and 6, and yet he's not fit for the Knicks. Come on, give me a break. Give me KD, Devo, Grimes. I guarantee the Knicks will win. Brother, how many Phoenix Suns games have you watched, Chi-Chi? You just love box score watching, huh, Chi-Chi? You love box score watching. Kevin Durant, by the way, is not playing tomorrow. Why? Because he's hurt. Again. Also, why are teams not lining up to go get KD? Why are they 11th right now? They're not even going to make the play-in, brother. You guarantee they're going to win? Dog, they can't even get into the play-in, but they're going to win with KD, right? But they're going to win. What has KD ever won in his career outside of the Golden State Warriors where he rode the coattails of Steph Curry? What has KD won? What has he won? Right? What has he won? Chi-Chi, you're the guy in here calling Mitchell Robinson soft left and right. Kevin Durant don't play. That's the softest thing you can do, according to a lot of you guys in the chat. Every time a guy sits out a game, oh, that guy's soft. KD don't play. He don't play. But that's the guy you want to bring to New York. Come on, dog. It's not like he's a free agent, man. You're trading for that guy. You're trading for that guy. Knicks fans can be annoying. Come on, dog. You're smarter than that. I know you're smarter than that. Kevin Durant done a whole lot of nothing but get buckets, and that's it. He don't win no games. This man's making $51 million. You trying to be Phoenix Suns of the East. You're trying to be Phoenix Suns of the East. Phoenix Suns fans said the exact same thing, Chi-Chi. Phoenix Suns fans said the exact same thing. Oh, well, you get Kevin Durant if you can. Go get Kevin Durant. And everything will be fine because that's Kevin Durant. And this was, 2-3 years ago that they went and traded. 2 years ago that they traded for Kevin Durant. And they said, well, it's KD, so you trade for KD. And now you're supposed to trade for KD at 37, making $51 million where he don't play. He sucks. He can't lead his team to the play-in. Come on, man, the play-in. I'm not asking you to be a juggernaut and make it out of this Western Conference. That's tough. You can't get past the Kings. I'm not asking you to beat the Clippers and make it to the tops. I'm saying to have a better record than the Sacramento Kings. They're 35-42. They suck with KD because he never plays, man. He's not a winner. You guys got on me like, oh, Carmelo's not a winner. Kobe's a winner. KD's not a winner. What has he won? According to you guys, what has KD won outside of Steph Curry? He don't join the Warriors. He don't win nothing. Get KD out of here, dog. Get him out of here. That man has not been happy playing basketball in the NBA for a decade. It's been 10 years, damn near, that KD hasn't smiled while on the court. Come on, man. But that's the guy you want to blow up this whole team to go get 37-year-old KD who can't stay healthy, who don't win nothing. Come on, man. Gigi said, are we really saying KD sucks? I've heard it all. KD sucks, dog. He sucks. He can't lead his team past 35 wins. That's a player that's awesome? At 37 years old? He's old. He sucks. This ain't 32-year-old KD where he's in conversations for MVP every year. Time passes, brother. This ain't 2012 no more. We're in 2025. 13 years after his lone MVP season. 13 years, multiple injuries, ACL, not even ACL, Achilles recovery, dog. Achilles recovery. That man can't move out there. Can he shoot that thing? Of course. Is he always going to be able to give you 20 in his sleep? Of course. That don't make you a good player. Stop box score watching. Watch these Phoenix Suns teams play basketball. They suck. He sucks. That team is awful. Awful. They can't beat the Sacramento Kings in a race for the 10th seed, dog. What are we talking about? Stop talking to me because you looked at the box score and you saw that he's averaging 25. Ain't nobody care. Nobody cares about that. You suck. Get your team into the play-in, and then maybe I'll consider it. Maybe. My man's living in 2012. KD sucks. He sucks. He's an amusement park at this point in his career. You're going to watch him shoot it. His team's going to lose by 15 points, and then you're going to hear all the stories after the game about how nobody even likes each other and how they want the coach fired again. They're going to fire their coach for the second time in 2 years. Frank Vogel was the problem last year. This year it's Mike Budenholzer. Maybe it's KD, dog. Maybe that man's past the time where he's a contributing basketball player to winning. He don't win nothing. He don't win nothing, but you living in 2012. KD's still awesome to you. No, man. He can give you 26. He can light it up. He can turn the clock back every now and again. And you can watch him, and he's going to look great. He sucks. For 82 games and for a playoff run, he sucks. Lionel Mona said, and Warriors didn't even need KD to win a championship. Never respected him. Up 3-1 and lost 2. Dog. You take those 2 Warriors seasons out, and what has he done in his career? He's put up a bunch of stats and a bunch of numbers. Awesome, man. Awesome. Tried to go to his own team in Brooklyn. Couldn't do that. It was an absolute train wreck. They had to get Kenny Atkinson fired. I know a lot of y'all in the chat love Kenny Atkinson. They got Kenny Atkinson fired the second he got there, right? He talked about how he didn't want to come to the Knicks. He wanted to go to the Nets because of the culture the Nets built, and then fired the architect of their culture in Kenny Atkinson. I love the culture so much, I'm going to get rid of the guy who created the culture here. in Kenny Atkinson. Fire that guy. Hire my best friend Steve Nash. Oh, now that's Steve Nash here because he never coached in his life? He's not a good coach? You know what? Get Steve Nash out of here too. Get him out of here, right? Bring in my buddy James Harden. Oh, that's not working out. James Harden got there and he's like, yo, what? I don't even want to get into the James Harden. James Harden got to Brooklyn after making a big stink in Houston. He got to Brooklyn and was like, yo, what are y'all doing here? This sucks. It sucks being here. Y'all suck. This team sucks. The vibe sucks. The culture sucks. The team sucks. All of it sucks. Get me out of here again. Ended up having to be traded to Philly. So now it's KD and Kyrie. Kyrie had his little whatever was going on with Kyrie in the middle of Brooklyn. He has since matured since then. But KD and Kyrie couldn't get nothing done in Brooklyn. Not a single thing. They had complete control of that team and their franchise. Couldn't get a single thing done. Had to get him up out of there. Eventually went to Phoenix. Phoenix was in the championship a couple of years ago. Was fighting in the NBA Finals for a championship. Blew that team up to go chase Kevin Durant, and now they suck, dog. They can't even get into the play-in. But you want to trade everything for KD, for 37-year-old. For a 37-year-old, torn Achilles, past his prime, KD, because you looked at the box score and saw that he's averaging 25 points per game today. Come on, dog. He's not even playing tomorrow. Why? Because he's hurt. Again. He don't play. He sucks. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. We're back to this Knicks game, by the way, even though this game's over. I keep ranting if y'all want me to. I'll do it. I don't care. Gigi said, I'll timestamp this conversation next year once the Knicks finally win. With KD, I will be awaiting an apology. All right, brother. All right. Just like Jonas Valanciunas really helped the Sacramento Kings, right? That's what was going to solve the Knicks, was getting Jonas Valanciunas. Because you looked at the box score and saw that he's averaging like 10 and 8 or whatever he's averaging. And you were like, that's better than Mitchell Robinson. Because I don't watch the games. I just look at the box score and I put numbers together. Come on, Chi-Chi. Come on, dog. What are we doing? Stop looking at these box scores, dog. Turn on the TV, watch these games. Reason Shea knocks down to 3. We're back into it. We're back into it. It's a 22-point game. If this gets down to 15, maybe we'll start paying attention again. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, said LeBron laughed at us for thinking he would sign with us, have self-respect. Yeah, stop chasing these dudes who already rejected you, man. Josh Hart gets it over to OG, gets a layup to go. Stop chasing, you know. Y'all ever ask somebody out and then they rejected you? Why would you go ask them out again? They already rejected you, dog. Have some self-respect. Be like, you know what? They didn't want me. All right, moving on. Come on, man. David said the chef is cooking. That might have to be the YouTube short, dog. That might have to be a YouTube short. Me just going crazy. Get KD out of here, dog. I want absolutely zero to do with KD. Go let him stink up Phoenix. Go let him behind the back pass from OG. Josh Hart gets blocked at the basket, though. We don't get the assist from OG. Towns gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul on 2 free throws. Gigi said, hold on, but I thought Mitch return was going to save the Knicks. I don't vouch for soft players. Dog, have you seen the Knicks' defensive rating since Mitchell Robinson has come back to the lineup? Have you watched the games? Do you see how much better the team has been since Mitch's return? Stop watching the box scores, Chi-Chi. Turn on your TV. Tune in. Watch the games, brother. You lose all credibility with me when your argument was, well, Jonas Valanciunas was going to save the Knicks. You lose all credibility in that argument. You can't come to me and say, Mitch hasn't changed the team, but Jonas Valanciunas was the answer. I didn't forget. Chi-Chi. You think I was going to forget, but you was riding real hard for Jonas Valanciunas come trade deadline. He's got zero impact on teams. Completely unnoticeable in his time in New Orleans. Completely unnoticeable in his time with the worst team in the league, the Washington Wizards. Completely unnoticeable now that he's with the Kings. He don't help winnings. He puts up empty calories. All empty stats. Anunoby was with the pass fake. Oh, my God. OG. Dog, he come down the lane, hit him with the pump fake. Don't go for my pump fake. I know I'm knocking down the threes. Don't go for my pump fake. I'm going for the two-handed slam. They talking things over already. They talking things over already. AP said, where were you when I was in high school and needed help going up against these New York, Chicago Bulls fans? I would have been there, dog. I would have been there in the hallways talking about Jordan overrated. I'm going to be here in the offseason. I'm already putting together a little bit of a playlist of games we're going to watch, y'all. We're going to go through. I'm going to try to go as far back as I can to a full game that I can find. We're going to watch some 90s games. We're going to watch some early 2000s games. We're going to watch some late 2000s games. We're going to watch some mid-2015s games, 2010s games. We're going to watch some games, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to debate, and we're going to argue, and we're going to laugh, and we're going to have some fun. Chi-Chi said, give me 14, 18, and 8, and then I'll give him props. I still take Jonas over him. Chi-Chi, you ain't never watched a Jonas Valanciunas game in your life, dog. Stop trolling in the chat, Chi-Chi. You're wrong, brother. You're wrong, big dog. I'm trying to give you the answers to the test, but you keep putting down the wrong answer. I'm trying to slide you the cheat sheet, brother. I'm trying to give you the answers, and you're not listening. You're not listening, Chi-Chi. Vertifi said, with JB out, gives OG more opportunities. I mean, he's thrived, man. Sometimes you give a player opportunities, and maybe their stats increase, but their efficiency decrease. OG's stats and efficiency has increased. He's been fantastic. And even against the best team in the NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers, he went out and absolutely balled against them too. So he's not just beating up on lower competition. He's beating up on everybody. Everybody's getting these buckets. Daniel Tizon said, I miss watching Ewing and Oakley. We gonna watch some Ewing and Oakley in the offseason, right? Been thinking about what kind of content do you want to put out in the offseason. And outside of draft stuff and free agency stuff, I want to go back and watch as much basketball as possible, right? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's other people in the chat who also either, one, it's been a really long time since y'all watched old school basketball, or two, haven't watched as much old school basketball either. So let's go back. Let's watch it. Let's see it with 2025 eyes and see what it's really about and see what it looks like in comparison to today's league. And let's just enjoy some basketball, some old school hoops. It's going to be different. It's going to look weird. It is what it is, though. You know, basketball evolves and ages, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The Knicks are pushing the other way. It's 84-58, and DeLon Wright knocks down a little reverse layup. 86-58 now. This one's definitely very much over. Trae Young, if he knocks down this three, he doesn't knock down the three. We gonna stop paying attention. What are we talking about, y'all? What are we talking about? Yak said, who's doing 14 and 18? What is this guy talking about? The funny thing about it, though, Chi-Chi, is Mitch the other day had a 14 and 14 game. So I don't even really know what the expectation is. Anunoby gets an and one on the fast break. Oh, he's hooping. My goodness. Oh, gee, y'all can't guard him. Y'all can't guard him. The funny thing, Chi-Chi, is Mitch had a 14-point, 14-rebound game the other day on his birthday. Like no big deal. Like, let me just get 14 and 14 real quick. Karl-Anthony Towns was out that game. Mitch just grabbed 14 and 14 real quick as the starter. You know? As Anunoby knocks down his and one free throw. What, would you have respected it more if he grabbed 4 more rebounds? Was that the issue? He didn't grab enough rebounds, even though he's still on that minutes restriction? Come on, dog. Chi-Chi said, yes, he's soft. He puts up a feel real during the summer, hooping after another injury, but doesn't want put in that work in real games. With that being said, yes, he's a scrub. Chi-Chi, did you just watch an Instagram video from like 4 years ago and think that that was this summer? Did you think that that was this summer, dog? Because I pay very close attention to Knicks summer workouts because I think they're hilarious to watch. That man did not put up a summer workout video of him going crazy in the gym. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, brother, you gotta turn off Instagram, you gotta turn off Facebook, whatever you be on, you gotta turn off Twitter, and you gotta turn on your television. You can watch games on smartphones, brother. Turn on the game and watch the game. Gigi said Jonas be putting his numbers in his sleep. All right, now I know you're trolling, big dog. Now I know you're trolling. Jonas put those numbers up in his sleep. Now we trolling, dog. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Trae Young down the lane gets blocked. It's 94-63. I'm not even keeping up with the score anymore at this point. Bridges down the lane. Scoop blade with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Man, we are out of here, y'all. The other end was that Reza with a layup. All right. It's 94-65. It's a 39-point game. A 29-point game. Yak said, Mitch don't work hard. OMG. Yeah. It's almost like if you step back and look at his rookie year in comparison to what he looks like today, like that's not a man who works incredibly hard on his body. Like, come on, dog. That man looked completely different than what he looked like when he came into the league. And Trae Young turns it over. Why are you throwing behind the back passes when you're down 32 points, Trae Young? What are you doing? Yak said, Mitch isn't going anywhere. 13 million steal next year. We'll see. If there's an area to improve the team and it involves trading Mitchell Robinson, I can get on board with it. Y'all know I love Big Mitch. I'm biased. I don't want to move Big Mitch for anything. That's my guy. It's my guy. But listen, they traded RJ. They traded quickly. They've traded Grimes. They've traded Obi. They've traded all the kids away, right? So at this point, if you can improve the team, go ahead and improve the team. But you better make sure you improve the team if you're trading Mitchell Robinson. That's my guy. That's my guy. More than RJ was, more than Quickly was, more than Grimes was, more than Obi was. Mitchell Robinson's been my guy since day one. Chris Rowe said, why are you entertaining this guy? We're just yakking it up, dog. It's not that serious, Chris Rowe. It's not that serious. It's mostly jokes. It's mostly jokes. Gigi said, I keep tabs. How can we forget how you guys kept saying that RJ couldn't be traded because he was the next Kobe? Ain't nobody ever said he was the next Kobe, dog. Not a single person has ever said he was the next Kobe. Not a single person ever in existence. RJ has never said he was the next Kobe. If anything, RJ probably saw himself as more of a LeBron. Just do a little bit of everything. Ain't nobody ever said he was the next Kobe. Don't confuse the Maple Mamba nickname with thinking that he thought he was the next Kobe. That's just a fire nickname. Keep your tabs, Chi-Chi, because I ain't never been wrong. I ain't never been wrong in my life. Oh, Kongo misses a free throw. Yak said, and who is backup? Huckporti is great, love dude, but isn't proven to too much over Mitch. Yeah. Trading Robinson could mean bringing in another backup. I don't know. Obviously, I don't want Mitch traded, but if they're gonna lean all the way into perimeter shooting and skilled bigs, if you have Karl-Anthony Towns and you want to run your offense with skilled bigs, Mitchell Robinson can't necessarily fill that void. He's a completely different kind of player. So if they want to switch up their play style, even with Robinson available, it would mean trading him. I don't want him traded. NBM said Jimmy Buckets 2.0, RJ. See, like that's a significantly better comparison. I don't think he ever reaches that because he is never going to hit that ceiling defensively. But, he's shown some improvement this year. He's still got worrying concerns. But rational people knew what to expect with RJ. All right, looking for a foul, can't get it. Raymond Vasquez, what's up, Raymond? Yak said, would love to score 150 points again against the Hawks. They got 99 halfway through this third quarter. And I didn't even start the timer because this game's over. They're up 33 points right now, by the way. 99-66 is the score. We're not doing the play-by-play of the game anymore. We're just hanging out till the game's over. I'll let you know if anything crazy happens. I'll let you know. Namar said Mitchell Robinson is my boy. That's my guy, man, from day one. From the moment he was drafted. I was like, who's this kid? What is he going to do? Big man? They drafted a big man in the second round? Okay, let's see what he can do. And then in Summer League, I was like, oh, that's my guy. Second I saw him play in Summer League, I was like, that's my guy. He's 7 feet. He's a demon. He looks to block everything. He's got a lot to learn. But, oh, man, when he learns it, and here he is, man. Here he is. He's arrived. Just got to get healthy. MBM said, is the bench playing? I mean, at this moment, no. All the starting five is still out there for the Knicks with under 5 to go here in the third quarter. I would assume that they play their regular rotation here in the third and then nothing but bench unit in the fourth. But we know Tom Thibodeau's the coach, so I don't know. Towns down the lane gets fouled. They're going to say foul on the floor. Angel A1's Roman. What's up, Angel? Avey said, I haven't heard Emmanuel Quickley's name all year. He got hurt. And then Toronto was bad, and then so they committed to the tank. And so even when he came back, guys were in and out of the lineup. He was in and out of the lineup. Like, once you commit to being a tanking team, your season's done. Like, you're not having a good season. Like, even Scotty Barnes. Have we heard Scotty Barnes' name all year? Like, maybe a handful of times, maybe. But DeLon Wright gets a wide open three, can't get it to go. Once you commit to being a tanking team, like, everything's done because you don't know who's playing on a nightly basis. Guys are into the lineup. Guys are out of the lineup. They're trying younger players. They're bringing guys up from the G League to try. Once you commit to, no, we're actually going to focus on losing games so we can get a good lottery pick, we're done. We're done. Angel said, just jumped on board. What did I miss? A pretty fun first half. A dominant second quarter where they went up like 28 points. And now here in the second half, we're just going to chill and have some fun until the end of the game. 99-72, the Knicks call a timeout here. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. D. Grant and Knicks taking care of business. Absolutely. Absolutely. Doug Fresh said old school basketball was great. I will reserve judgment on that until we sit down and we watch old school basketball together. And we can decide how we feel about it here in Big 2025. Yeah, except $13 million for a 27-year-old who doesn't need the ball to be effective. And his defense is exactly what we need. I mean, the only question, Yak, is health. The only question is health. It's hard to commit money to a guy who barely plays. It just is, right? I got to keep it real about Mitch. You guys know how I feel about him. He's my favorite player on the team. Not even close. There's nobody even close to contesting him for that mantle for me. But I understand from the side, it's hard. I'm sure at $13 million, they would love Mitchell Robinson if he could give them 65, 70 games. Even 60 games. If he could just give them 60 games a year, they would love it. They would love him at $13 million. The issue is that he's consistently giving you 20 to 30. It's like it's not enough. It's not enough. You know? Charlie said, Shams thought that Knicks fans would jump out of the window with his Durant news, giving away Hart and McHale for that guy. Nah. Yeah, I mean, you effectively kill literally the heart and soul of the team, right? If you trade Josh Hart for Kevin Durant, you've effectively tanked this franchise. You've tanked the culture. You've tanked the team. You can't trade Josh Hart for Kevin Durant. Josh Hart, he's not untouchable. He can definitely be traded, but I'm not trading him for culture-killing Kevin Durant. Not doing that. AP said, if your name's not Brunson, everyone is on the table. Very fair, AP. Very fair. Very fair. Very true. I would say Karl-Anthony Towns for now, for this summer, is untradeable because you just traded for him. I would say for this summer he's untradeable, but moving forward, I 100% agree with you, AP. 100% agree with you. Nobody's untouchable except for Jalen Brunson. Because without Jalen Brunson, you effectively are rebuilding a team. Even if you trade Jalen Brunson for another superstar player, you're rebuilding a team. The team, as currently constructed, is constructed around JB to maximize and optimize the things he does well, right? You surround them with knockdown three-point shooters in Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. You also surround him with fantastic defenders in OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. The only iffy one is Karl-Anthony Towns defensively. When you compare, when you combine him and Brunson as defenders, it's like, oof. The head and the tail of the snake are rough defensively. But these are things that can be mitigated and overcome with surrounding players like OG, like Robinson, like maybe even DeLon Wright now if he enters the rotation, like Deuce McBride. But everyone's on the table. Everyone's going to be on the table. 25-26 said Josh Hart is untradeable. He's untradeable until he isn't. I'm sure a lot of us felt like Dante DiVincenzo was untradeable. They just signed him to a 4-year deal. He literally broke Knicks records in three-point shooting. He had a phenomenal year, hit incredibly big shots for the Knicks, especially in the playoffs, and then they traded him. So everyone's untradeable until they aren't. GG said, Hart is a bench player. Why wouldn't you trade him? I recall a lot of fans saying the same thing about RJ when OG's name came up. This is why I don't fall for players. It's a business. But you over here, never mind. Never mind, GG. I don't fall for players, but hasn't stopped talking about Jonas Valanciunas all year long. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Josh Hart's incredibly valuable. Incredibly valuable. That does not mean he's untradeable. Towns gets a nice and one. I'm just going to update the score and let y'all know if anything crazy happened. But it's 103-74. It's still a 29-point game. If we get to the fourth quarter and we get our guys in, best believe we're hitting the lights. Best believe we're hitting the lights. Gigi said, that's my guy. You just said you don't fall for players, Gigi. If that's your guy. Oh, man, you make me laugh, big dog. You make me laugh. Red, if I said, want to trade Hart for Caruso? I'd entertain it. I think Josh Hart's a better player than Caruso, though. I'd entertain it, though. I'd entertain it. They're comparable players. They're comparable. But I do think Josh Hart is ultimately better than Caruso. Caruso's his three-point percentage is high, but he doesn't take a lot. Shamet tries to throw the lob to Towns. A bad decision from Shamet. Bad decision from Shamet. K. Hazy said, if I were a GM, OG would be untradeable. I think he's next closest on the list to being untradeable. He's next closest on the list to being untradeable. Next to Brunson. It's Brunson. He's in the untradeable spot. And then if you went to the tier down, you're not untradeable, but we really, really, really don't want to trade you. OG's in there. I think OG's in there. And then it's another tier of guys where it's like, we really don't want to trade you. But, I don't know, we might entertain it if the offer is good enough. And that's where I think Towns, Bridges, and Hart are. And maybe even a McBride. McBride's really valuable to this team. And I think McBride would be really valuable to any team. GG said, just like you vouch for Mitch, I vouch for Jonas. I know, but you just said, I don't follow or I don't go for players, or however you phrased it. If Shaman knocks down a three, getting the three-point trade back, baby. You know? And then you said, but I'm going to ride for Jonas. It's like, come on, dog. Stop contradicting yourself. Stop contradicting yourself. Charlie said, Tibbs better play the bench, I assume. Charlie said, Tibbs better play the bench in all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. This game is over. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to play for here. There's nothing to play for here. It's 106-77. They haven't chipped away at the lead at all. Still 29. This one's over. Mike said, calm down, you're ripping him. I'm not. I'm just going right back at him. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Chi knows I got love and respect for him. AP said, Sheffy's untradeable. No one does play-by-play better. I'm not doing play-by-play tonight in this second half, I'll tell you that. This one's over. We don't have to follow this game anymore. We just hanging out. We just hanging out. D. Grant said, how many games does the Knicks have to win to lock up the 3rd seed? I think Yak told us the magic number is now 2, but I don't know, and I'm not doing the math. I will say just win some games. Just get the 51 wins. I think if you get the 51 wins here, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. Even if you get the 50, Indiana would kind of have to run the gambit towards the end here. If we look at their schedule, how many games? They won 3 in a row. All right. If we look at their schedule, who do they have left? Denver, at Denver. That's a tough one. They're at Denver. Washington's a throwaway. You got Cleveland, you got Orlando, you got Cleveland. So it's unlikely they run the gambit here and they get, of these last games, they would need 4 wins out of their last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 wins out of their last 5, and 4 of them have to come, or 3 of them. If you chalk up Washington as a win, they need 3 more wins. It'd have to be at Denver, at Cleveland, or yeah, they'd have to be Denver or Cleveland over these last 5 games, multiple times. So Yak said, Dutch B says 3, Yak says 2, Rock Range says 2. I think it's 2. I think it was 3 the other day. Going into tonight's 2. After they win tonight, I assume they just need 1 or 2 more wins. They're going to be all right. Oh, I'm not even showing you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Got to switch scenes again. This is Indiana's schedule. So Indiana has at Denver versus Washington versus Cleveland versus Orlando, and then at Cleveland to close out the year. The only thing that can get iffy is if Cleveland starts to sit guys against towards the end of the year. These are the last 3 games. So that's the only part that could get iffy. I think the Knicks are going to be fine. They're going to get that 3 seed. I don't think Indiana runs the gambit here. That's a very tough schedule to end the year in. But it could come down to who's playing when and where and why. You know, end of the year gets weird. Suddenly, you know, teams are resting players. So, but we did want to check as far as the Knicks. We know their schedule pretty damn well. We play Phoenix tomorrow. We got Boston again. Boston has been awesome as of late. They're playing some really good basketball right now. Detroit, expect a fight on Thursday, April 10th. Bring your boxing gloves. We're going to be fighting Detroit because they fight everybody. We got Cleveland again, and then Brooklyn. So we don't necessarily have a bunch of cakewalk games on our schedule either to close out the year. That's why when you play the regular season, you get to the point where, not schedule standings, you get to the point where the Knicks can win 3 more games or 2 more games after tonight, like you guys have been saying, and get to 51 wins. They won 50 wins last year. My goal, get more wins than you had last year. Get to 51, and then you'll be all right. And then you'll be all right. What's going on with this Knicks game? The reason why we all convened here tonight. End of the 3rd quarter here. Josh Hart knocks down a little step back jumper. 108-80 is the 28-point game. Cool. Yak said, if the Pacers lose 1, we need 1 win. Yeah, when just so you guys know, when you see that the magic number for a team is 2, what that means is if the team behind them that's chasing them loses 1 and you win 1, then that counts as 2, right? You're looking for either a loss from the team behind you or a win from your team. So The options, if the Knicks magic number is 2, the options are the Knicks win 2 games and then boom, they have the 3rd seed. Or if the Pacers lose 2 games, boom, they're out of the running for the 3 seed. So. "25-26 said the Hawks came back from a 16-point deficit in the last 5 minutes of the 4th quarter and won by 8 in regulation against Chicago." That is Chicago, though, 25-26. And Chicago kind of sucks. Chicago kind of sucks. Yeah, like I said, if we only beat the Nets, we get 50 wins. We will get 52 or more. I hope so. At least 51. That's where I'm at. Give me at least 51. Give me at least one more win than we had last year. I don't throw my hands up. Right? It very much feels like a brand new team, completely different from what we were last year. So give me one more win than we had last year. Go into next year with hopefully maybe an improved roster, players playing better, an improved offensive mentality of getting more guys involved, guys being more comfortable, a.k.a. McHale and OG. Brunson being more comfortable and playing alongside his new teammates and all the things, right? That's what I'm looking at. Be better than you were last year. Be better today than you are tomorrow, right? It's got to be a life philosophy, even if it's just 0.1% better. If you're better today than you were yesterday, then you're continuously moving forward. And you got to continuously move forward. NBM said third seed, only thing that matters. True. 6th seed also matters. We also have to know who we're playing, and that's not going to be decided until the very last game of the season. NBM, healthy. Yes, healthy. Health is actually the most important thing. You're right about that. Health is the most important thing. Get JB back healthy, ready to go. Get Deuce McBride back healthy, ready to go. Mitch is healthy, ready to go. He just can't play in back-to-backs. It's a good thing there are no back-to-backs in the playoffs. And let's get everybody to the playoffs healthy, ready to go, because we did not have that last year. Yak said, we played 65 games as a small team and now huge with Mitch and Wright in rotation. Hopefully DeLon Wright's in the rotation. We can't say for sure yet, but hopefully DeLon Wright's in the rotation. I like him much better off the bench than campaign personally. Who's out there? Start the 4th quarter. We have Campaign, Shamet, Achua, Towns, and Bridges. So Towns and Bridges getting play here in the 4th quarter, even though we're up 26. Terrence Mann down the lane. Gets a little floater to go. Tibbs. I don't know why Tibbs doesn't understand that if you have the starters in, the starters don't want to get hurt and they don't want to play hard because it's a 20-point lead here in the 4th quarter, right? So they're going to play to be a little bit safe. But if you put a guy like Dadier or McCullough in, like, they want to make a name for themselves, so they're going to play hard. Like, I don't know why he doesn't understand that. Like, he's been a coach for forever. You would think that he would be around long enough to recognize that pattern in players. I have, and I'm in my 20s. I haven't seen or experienced nearly as much basketball at the same level that Tom Thibodeau has. I don't understand how he can't recognize that. Towns knocks down the floater. Charlie said, fresh legs for Brunson going to the playoffs, and Hart not playing 40-plus minutes anymore is a good thing. Very good thing, Charlie. Very good thing. Also, the Brunson getting rest before the playoffs is an underrated note as well because it was with an injury. But it's an underrated note. Shamet left corner 3, knocks it down. Okay, Shamet. Okay, buddy. Okay, you missed your first 3, and I was worried about you, Landry Shamet, but you hit your next 4. He's now 4 for 7. He missed his first 3 and hit his next 4. I love it. Yak said, Wright is different at 6'5". We don't need Payne, another small guard. I agree with you, Yak. I'm just, we've agreed on things that we felt were very obvious things, Yak, and yet Tom Thibodeau does not make those adjustments. So that's the only reason why I bring it up. I agree with every point you made about DeLon Wright and campaign, but Tom Thibodeau is a loyal man, and he's gone to campaign all season. And to switch it up in the last minute here, at the very end, and put DeLon Wright in the rotation would just be like, oh, okay. You know, like I don't know if that's something he's willing to do this late in the season. I don't know. It's tough to know. It's very tough to know. Guys, remember when Karl-Anthony Towns hurt his hand and we all worried about it? Remember that? Remember that? Now he's just playing like nothing happened. That's cool. That's cool. Zero tolerance, Bully Ken. What's up, Zero tolerance? Stress-free evening. Absolutely. Absolutely. Towns had a beautiful pass to Mikal Bridges, by the way, for a nice layup. Hit that little over-the-head hook pass he loves to do. Oh, it was a long two from Terrence Mann. He knocked down a step-back long two. 89 to 115. Yak said he did start playing Huckporti just before he got hurt. He did. He also started Elfrid Payton for like 80 games that year. You know, it just makes me go like, I don't know. You can't trust him. You can't trust him. I have no idea what he's thinking. I have no idea where he's going. I could just be hopeful that he'll go to DeLon Wright. I think he's shown enough to prove that he should be the backup point guard over Payne. I've always liked DeLon Wright more than Payne, personally. Chi said you missed Chef's Rant. He was going in. I was going in. I was going in. KD just annoys me, man. He just annoys me. Because he's so good at basketball. He's so good at basketball. And it's like, dog, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael? Slim Slam said Towns loves these garbage time minutes. You got to pad them stats, dog. It's stat padding time. You got to make sure I get my 30 points. Got to make sure I get my double-double, my rebounds. Shaman another three. If you make that, I'm going crazy. All right, he missed it. He missed it. Rock Range said, Huckporti's shown talent. Tibbs seen it. He does. He's rough around the edges, but he's a rookie, right? And he's had some injuries in his career. But, man, has he shown some flashes. He's shown some short roll flashes. He's shown that little floater. He's shown a lot of confidence, rim protector, rebounder. He's shown some things, man. He's shown some things. Namar said, bring in Tyler Kolek. We should be bringing in a lot of the deep bench guys. We should. We for sure should. We didn't really go over the box score, so let's just check it out. Let's just check out the box score. I'm waiting to hit the lights for when the rookies come in. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Bridges with 20, Anunoby with 23, Towns with 30, Hart with 16, DeLon Wright with 10. Off the bench, Shaman with 12. Still an 8-man rotation from Tibbs. He loves these 8-man rotations, man. I don't really get it. Don't really get it. Oh, by the way, if Deuce McBride's going to be out tomorrow, expect Campaign and DeLon Wright to both play. Expect both of those guys to be off the bench. Campaign will essentially be playing Deuce McBride's role. Or actually, Campaign might just play his normal role, and then DeLon Wright will step into the Deuce McBride missing spot. So expect that. Expect that. So at least we'll get a 9-man rotation tomorrow. At least. Also, finally, hopefully, maybe not, because we've seen him go to Precious Achiuwa still with Mitchell Robinson available. Hopefully, no Precious Achiuwa tomorrow with Mitchell Robinson back on the second night of a back-to-back. Yak said, Tibbs traded Sims because he's seen that Huckporti can play. Well, Tibbs wasn't the guy who made the trade. I think there were multitude of reasons why they traded Sims. But I do think one of them was Huckporti's good and can take in the third string backup role, even starting right now this season. So we can move on from Jericho Sims, who, by the way, is going to be looking for another contract. So Charlie said, I'm loving this current roster, but I just don't like the fact that we can't beat the Cavs, Celtics, and OKC. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Playoffs are going to be interesting, man. Playoffs are going to be interesting. We'll see how they perform in that second round against the Celtics. That's gonna tell us a whole lot. It's gonna tell us a whole lot. Mike said extreme garbage time. Yes, this is extreme. This is extreme. Okay, Hazy, Josh not getting his triple-double tonight. Is he close to a triple-double? He is close to a triple-double. 16, 8, and 11. Oh, he missed it off of rebounds? Josh Hart, what are you doing? Missing your triple-double off of rebounds? That's trash. Josh Hart's trash. Josh Hart's horrible. How do you miss your triple-double off of rebounds? You're Josh Hart. Towns and Bridges remained in the game. That's unfortunate that they remained in the game. Angel said Sims was playing some good basketball before he got hurt in Milwaukee. He was. Sims is a good player. Sims is a good player. Sometimes it's just time to move on. He was perpetually a third-string big man for the Knicks, and, they're not missing much, missing Jericho Sims. They're not missing much at all, especially knowing that they had Mitchell Robinson back. It's like, all right, we can move on from Jericho Sims. It's fine. MBM said, regular season means nothing. Our team has changed since the start. Chemistry is in the lab right now. Super formulating in the making. I do disagree with the regular season means nothing. Regular season is super important for building the chemistry, like you said. It's important for building the good habits and the confidence of the players and whatnot, but ultimately, I don't think the records against certain teams are all that important in the regular season. I think that's ultimately what you're kind of getting at, because I agree with you in that point. But the Chua knocks down a little floater in the lane. Okay, Precious. Okay. Yak said, no, he won't. Brunson and Mitch playing if we play 8. Payne will be the 9th man if playing won't be more than 7 minutes. Yes, I do expect Cam Payne to play tomorrow. Because with no Deuce McBride, it just makes sense. You can throw Payne in there in the McBride role if you are going to the Lon Wright as now your backup point guard. But we won't know who is going to be Brunson's backup until Deuce McBride is back. We won't know. We won't know. Tibbs, get the bench guys in the game. It is a 27-point game. It's 27. It's 27. NBA matchups. Matchups very important. You're right. Very important. Tibbs, get these subs in the game. 7 minutes to go. 27-point lead, Tibbs. 27. Not 17. 27. Come on, man. This is silly. This is silly. Here comes Trae Young bringing it down. Angel said, dude, sub. An assistant coach has to get their butt off the bench, go to Tom Thibodeau, and say exactly what you said, Angel. Just go up to him and be like, dude, sub, get the kids in. We're halfway through this fourth quarter now, and they got a 27-point lead. We're good. We're good, brother. Justice's dad. What's up, Justice's dad? They were waving the white flag since the third. They were waving the white flag since the second. Towns that one-legged fall-away mid-range jumper, that Dirk-style jump shot. Bridges intentionally fouls Trae Young as he was bringing it down. Hopefully that's to get these guys out of here. Justice's dad said Mikal needs his stats. Mikal got him. He's got him. Towns got him. OG's got him. Who's coming in off the bench? Who's coming in? Rock Range said Tibbs is on a mission. Yak said, is McBride ruled out tomorrow? I thought he was a game-time decision. He was ruled out today, and I didn't hear about him playing tomorrow at all. I heard about Cam Payne, I heard about Brunson, and I heard about Robinson. And the only thing I saw from McBride is that he remained out. So maybe he'll be a game-time decision. Maybe they'll upgrade him tomorrow for a game. Josh Hart subbed in, by the way. Josh Hart came back into the game. Look, I love stat padding. I love it. I adore it. But Anunoby also came back in. He subbed back in Josh Hart and OG Anunoby. Come on, man. There's no defending that. There's no defending that. Sub in the kids, and if you want to have Josh Hart out there so he can grab 2 more rebounds, I get that. That's funny. That's hilarious. I love stat padding. I think that's a funny thing in the NBA. This is silly. This is silly. Okay, get out to Shamit. There you go. Good pass campaign. I thought you missed him. Shamit can't knock down the 3, though. AP said, we got a game tomorrow, and he does not want to take these guys out. I don't get it, AP. I don't get it with this guy. You subbed, and look, I get subbing Josh Hart back in. Maybe grab the 2 rebounds for the triple-double. That's hilarious. I get that. Fine. I'm cool with that. You subbed Anunoby back in the game. Come on, man. AP said Tom Thibodeau is tradable. Very tradable. If the right trade comes along, that man is out. That man is out the door. That man is out the door. You just can't defend this stuff, man. You can't. You can't. This is silly. This is very silly stuff. Knicks call a timeout. Hopefully it's to get some guys in. We're under 5 to go. 4:57 to go. Okay, he said Josh is back in for the triple-double. I get that. I get that. I agree with that. I can get on board with bringing a guy in who's short 2 rebounds to grab 2 rebounds and get a triple-double. I'm fine with that. But he has to come in with the other bench guys. He has to come in with McCullough and Dottier and Kolek and Beauchamp and Anton Watson, whoever else you want to put on the bench for these garbage time. You can't have Towns, can't have Bridges. You can't bring in back OG. It's silly. That's silly. That's silly. Avy said, I appreciate what he's done, and insensitive that he is a 90s Knicks, but still. Yeah, man. Yeah. You can appreciate what Tom Thibodeau has done for this team and this franchise and this culture and everything, and you could still think he's a good coach. I think Tom Thibodeau is a good coach. He's not a great coach, though. And I think his negative traits as a coach are very detrimental to a team. You know? Slim Slam said, rotate 1 starter at a time with the bench. This is simple math. I mean, look, every other rational coach in the NBA is pulling all these guys out. Right? Every other rational coach in the NBA with a 27-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, pulling all these guys out and putting their whole bench unit in. Every other coach is doing that. I get Tom Thibodeau not wanting to do that because he's a crazy person. He has PTSD from his time of watching Reggie Miller score 8 points in 9 seconds and his time watching Tracy McGrady score 13 points in 30 seconds. There's no Reggie Miller and there's no Tracy McGrady out there. And the Atlanta Hawks have been horrible. And it's not a 10-point game or anything like that. It's a 27-point lead with 7 minutes in the 4th quarter. And you put Anunoby back into the game. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Abe said, I don't know why the players don't talk. I don't know either. I mean, look, man, Mikal Bridges tried to say something, and then the whole fan base called him soft. You know? Not the whole fan base, but you know what I mean. A ton of people were like, oh, what is he complaining about? You know, and it was like, all right, man. You guys are going to complain about Tom Thibodeau minutes, and then a player complains about Tom Thibodeau minutes, and then a ton of Knicks fans were like, how could he say that? He's so soft. It's like, all right. I guess there's no winning with Knicks fans sometimes. AB said this would be a great time for the kids. 4 minutes left. Yeah, we come back from the timeout, and it's the same exact lineup. Campaign, Anunoby, Achua, Shamit, and Josh Hart. So, here we are. I wanted to hit the lights. I wanted to have a good time in this 4th quarter. It's been a slog to the end of the game because, you know, we're not calling the game anymore because this game's been over since the 2nd. But I wanted to hit the lights. I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to watch the game because I wanted to see what Kolek can do. I wanted to see Dottier get a highlight. I want to see McCullough get another basket. So, but instead, I'm going to watch. They're going to come into the game with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. They're going to have 1 possession. And we're not going to get anything to have fun with. So, Rock Rain said Tibbs wants 135. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. They need to score 15 points in 4 minutes. Nick Yak said Boston locked into the second place is playing Tatum off a sprained ankle, 30-plus minutes each game, even blowouts. Yeah, that's fair. They also do a really good job of resting every other player on that team, though. Holiday rest games, Derek White rest games, Jalen Brown sits out a game every now and again. Horford, Porzingis, they all sit out games. Rock Rain said, call Leon. It's too late. Leon can't do anything. I'd have to call Tibbs, but he's not going to answer my phone calls. He don't want to talk to me right now. He knows I'd get into him. Abe said Pat Riley used to rest games. I can't speak on that. I do not know. I do not know. Abe said, whatever happens, I still want Tom Thibodeau replaced. I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. When this team decides to move on from Tom Thibodeau, it will be the biggest and riskiest move this franchise has made in 20 years. Longer than that, in 25 years, since the 90s. It will be the biggest, riskiest move they make because their next head coach will have either no or very little head coaching experience, will be very new, and will be somebody without the caliber of coaching credit that Tom Thibodeau has. And so if they come in and struggle at the gate, everyone's going to be like, well, you let go of Tom Thibodeau, who was a very good coach for a long time. For this guy, you took a chance on this guy, they're going to take a chance on a guy, right? Whether it's Johnny Bryant, whether it's Darren Erman, whether it's Sam Cassell, they're going to take a risk on a guy. It's not like they're going to bring in Budenholzer or anything like that. Abe said, did anyone know who Oklahoma City's coach was before he got the job? I mean, people in the inner circle knew that Dagnall was a very highly qualified assistant coach, but it was a risk. It's always a risk when you take an assistant coach and you promote them to head coach. It's always a risk. So, Josh Hart with his 9th rebound, by the way. We're still fighting for it. He needs one more. Josh Hart needs one more. But it's always a risk. It's always a risk. I know a lot of us, me included, think Johnny Bryant has the capabilities of being a head coach, but we don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure. He could just be a really good assistant coach. We don't know if he's capable of being a really good head coach. Same with Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell has been an assistant coach forever. Birdvice said Brunson player coach. Maybe said, I'm worried that he's going to end someone's career too early because he plays them so much. I mean, he arguably ended Luol Deng's career too early. Arguably. There was a lot of conversations about that when Luol Deng was in Chicago. And then once he left Chicago, that man had nothing in the tank left. Right? Went to LA, went to Miami, had nothing in the tank left for those teams. Amy said no one knew who Jeff Van Gundy was outside of the Knicks. And even that was a risk. I have like 2 more chapters left of Blood in the Garden, the Chris Herring book about the Knicks, about those 90s Knicks. And I got to the chapter where they fire, they don't fire. Pat Riley leaves, and they hire Don Nelson, who was a Coach of the Year candidate, who was more known as an offensive coach, who had won 2 Coach of the Year awards. And so he comes to the Knicks, and he's bad, and the team doesn't like him, and he tries changing everything up too fast. And they don't like him, and they end up firing him. Right? He didn't make 1 season. Actually, I think he resigned. I can't remember now. It was a while ago when I read that chapter. But when they move on from Don Nelson, there is a discussion about whether or not to hire or to either promote Jeff Van Gundy or what's his name? Don Chaney. Don Chaney had won a Coach of the Year award before. And the room, apparently, the front office was split 50-50. A lot And McCullough's checked in, by the way. I'm not going to hit the lights until it's go time. I assume Josh Hart got his 10th rebound. That's why he subbed out. But it was split 50-50. And, like, it was a risk to promote Van Gundy rather than Don Chaney. But it was a risk that worked out. AB said Pat Ewing wanted JVG. A lot of people wanted JVG who were, like, very close to the team. And the other people, other executives outside that weren't as close to the team who still had to say, see, look at this. End of the game, and we get one possession where McCullough could actually do something with the ball. Kolek doesn't get in. Dadier doesn't get in. No Beauchamp, no Anton Watson. In a game where you led by 20-plus points the entirety of the second half. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Oh, no, they say Josh Hart didn't grab it. Let's look at the box score real quick. Let's look at this box score. Josh Hart, where are you, buddy? Yeah, he only grabbed 9 rebounds. So we put him in there to grab 2 more rebounds, and he didn't get it. And we did all of that so McCullough couldn't play, and Dadier couldn't play, and Kolek couldn't play, and Beauchamp couldn't play, and Anton Watson couldn't play. So, okay. I guess we'll just see him tomorrow. Finally, we get our normal basketball team back tomorrow. We're still going to be missing Deuce McBride, although maybe let's see. We'll see how everything works out. We're likely to miss Deuce McBride, but we are likely to get back Jalen Brunson. We got Campaign back tonight. We'll have Mitchell Robinson available for tomorrow, and suddenly our team starts to come together again. So we're back. We're back tomorrow. Back against Phoenix. It's 7 o'clock start time. We'll be back. AB said, I still want to replace Tom. Don't fire him. Just give him a different job because I want him to get that ring for his efforts. Yeah. I mean, you guys know what I've said for a long time. He's not going to get fired. He's going to get that promotion into the front office, into some sort of, I don't know, ambassador of the Knicks or whatever. Whatever job that they gave Patrick Ewing, you know? Patrick Ewing is an ambassador for the Knicks or something like that. All that means is like, hey, man, when the Knicks win a championship, you're getting a ring, big dog. You know, that's all he really got hired for. Hey, we love having you around, Big Pat. You're done coaching at Georgetown. He's in his 60s now, right? Right? Am I wrong about that? What's Pat? How old is Pat? He is 62. Yeah, he's in his 60s. 62. So, at 62, that man is pretty much retired. Come hang out with the Knicks, be an ambassador, tell people how awesome the Knicks organization is, and help out the players every now and again. They'll ask you some questions. And then when we win a championship, you get a ring, big dog. So that's all that is. AB said, how's Memphis doing since the change? I have no idea. I know they won on a game winner the other night, a Ja Morant game winner, but I think it's a little too early to tell particularly. Actually, they lost a bunch of games before they finally beat Miami. Yeah, so not well. Not well, AP. Not well. Yeah, I said, I think McBride plays tomorrow, the whole team together. I hope so. I hope we get to see them all together. They lost a bunch of games in a row. I mean, they had a tough schedule. OKC, Lakers, Boston, Golden State. That's a tough 4-game run. So that makes sense that they lost those games. And they were close against Golden State. They lost by 14 to Boston. It was a close game against the Lakers. Got beat down by OKC like everybody has. And they beat Miami in a close one. So I guess we'll see how they close out the year and then what they look like in the playoffs and then going into the next year. Yeah, I said Tibbs gets us a chip. If not this year, then next. If he is the head coach, then I hope so. I hope so. I'm rooting for him. As long as you're wearing orange and blue, I'm rooting for you. I'm not necessarily calling out for his job, but that man's got some deficiencies in his coaching for sure. That has definitely affected the quality of this year's team. This team should be a little bit better than they have been, and I think some of that blame falls on Tom Thibodeau. He's not had a very good year coaching. But I guess we can continue this conversation tomorrow when the Knicks take on the Phoenix Suns. A 7 o'clock start time. A much more reasonable start time tomorrow, Sunday. This is our first time all year. It took to the end of the year to get our first back-to-back on the weekend. Thank goodness, because I hate doing weekend games, right? AB said, I'm rooting for him too. I don't hate the guy. I just think he gets on my nerves sometimes with his moves. Yeah, I agree with you, AB. I don't hate the guy at all. I don't want him fired. I don't want to kick him out the door. I'm not saying that. I've said time and time again, I like Tom Thibodeau. I respect everything he's done for this team, and I think he's a good coach. I just stop at good. I don't think he's a great coach. I can't get to that next level. He has too many deficiencies in his coaching that hold him back far too much. Far too much. But that's going to be it, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I tried to make it as fun as possible, even though this was a blowout. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on what hopefully is maybe another blowout because Phoenix Suns suck because KD is horrible. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yak, Rock Range, Slim Slammer, AP, K Hazy, Veridify, Chi-Chi, Mark with a C, Namar, Patrick. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow for what hopefully is a much more entertaining game, or maybe not. Maybe not, because hopefully the Knicks come out and blow Phoenix out as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, brush your teeth before bed, get a good night's sleep, stay hydrated. It's only 5:20 here in the East Coast, so we got a whole lot more Sunday to enjoy. So I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Good night, everybody. Bye.